want to be a wise guy, you can do it anywhere. You want to be a strong man, you can do it anywhere. You want to be an Indian chief, cowboy, you can do it in the ring. You can't do it in the mall.
The most electrifying line in sports entertainment today. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, hate me if you can survive if I let you. I'm figuring and thinking that nothing's gonna stop my showman Randy Savage now. I'm the man, I'm the icon, and yes, you can't bow. I am God.
The number one show on the net that leads to the best in your head like Goldberg Net. For the punks and the perverts, this is not a work for Terry Funk and Knox Baker. Check Inchman and Barbie, they got the cheap heat, so sit back and have a seat. They got questions from the fans, and you had the man from Australia to Japan. Check down the road, don't care about the money, throws up the Mississippi.
We are bigger, we are faster, and we are all night long. All you idiots, punks, perverts, and fools, be sure and tune in and listen to this show.
All right, we're live here once again at In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I am the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all of podcasting, handsome Jackie Jones, off my right-hand man, my audio soulmate, and the enforcer of the Headyverse.
1 inch biceps, the power go. Bah! Boss
Bye!
baby, the man who tells you what to do, the king of all the marks. And we're here to talk all the wrestling to all the marks in the world.
Hell
And
yeah.
we've got a ton of wrestling talk to be talking to you tonight.
Hell yeah. Well, I did see something that's cool. I was telling my brother about his birthday was last week, so that was fun. We were out for his birthday today. But I saw that All In, All Out are going to be streaming on Max. Now, I can't find if that means they're free on Max if you're a subscriber or if they're on the discounted price. And they're that big stadium show in Texas. I believe that's All In. I think Intra is so excited that he has frozen up. He's a loss for words here. He can't really put into words how excited he is about All In on Max. But I'm pretty excited about it. Let me go look this up. So yeah, I should have. I'm a little late here. I was on Rob Saul's show with Stuttering John. That was really fun. First time talking with Stuttering John. Hopefully, I will do that again in the future. I'm on the Rob Saul show regularly. He's a good dude. We should actually get him on one of these shows here. I don't know if he's a wrestling fan. So, yeah, I saw this AEW All In Texas going to be on streaming. And it's already past the $1 million gate, which I know people really worried that it was going to be a big bust. So, cool. Good for them. It's reported their third highest gate in company history and the biggest American gate to date. So I guess the only two bigger shows were the All In at Wembley. Which is, I honestly was worried myself because there's not a lot of buzz at the moment. You know, it's weird because their pay-per-views are well attended. Their weekly shows are not. So I thought, man, I don't know if this is a good time to do a big stadium show. So yeah, already looks good, and it's in July, so you've got a long time to promote it. Hopefully, they have some big lineup. They have tons of stars. You just got to start putting these people into meaningful feuds that get you excited to watch weekly. You know, you got the Hurt Syndicate, Lashley, Bobby Lashley, Swerve, MJF, Will Ospreay. I think Kyle Fletcher is becoming a star. But the other ones I announced earlier, that's definitely like your core guys that you should build around. And then even Hangman Page, I put in there Moxley. I don't like the current Moxley story, but he is a big star. And for people who try to act like he isn't, it's kind of ludicrous because he has been a star his whole career, from the Indies to NXT to WWE. People act like, I know, like the Cornette like puts out there like he was some like failure in WWE, but I mean, and he admittedly didn't even watch WWE during that period, so it doesn't really make any sense whatsoever. But the Shield obviously was huge, and then Moxley by himself was world champion for a while. So anyway, and from understand, he's been a good ratings guy in AEW since the beginning. The current storyline is not good. I do not like the what is it called? The Death Riders. Not really a fan. I don't really get it. They're always trying to murder people, and you don't really know why. Like what? Like it's one thing to just like he wants to win the title, he wants to hurt the wrestlers, but why does he want to outright murder them? He wants to suffocate them. He wants to pour bleach down people's throats. Like I assume you've got to have like a deep hatred for someone to want to go that far. It's more that goes beyond like, you know what? I really want to beat this fella for the title. It's like, I want to suffocate him. I want him to have permanent brain damage. That goes above and beyond. And it's just no progression whatsoever to that storyline from day one. It's just that's there and it's every week. So the Continental Classic definitely has great matches, and I like that. And I do think it's people, the naysayers will say there's no storytelling there, and I completely disagree. It's storytelling within wrestling, which is actually what I like, when you tell the stories in the matches and over the weeks. That is a sports-based product. You have the wins mean something, you get points and all this stuff. So I like that. There are problems with it. One of the big issues is a lot of your stars need to do multiple jobs, lose. Now, maybe that's a different than a job. It's like they're not going to get squashed, most likely. But you have guys that probably shouldn't be losing any matches. I think Will Ospreay's already lost way too many matches in his AEW career. He came in and really superstar reaction, should have been the guy you built around. I don't think he should have lost either any match up till right now, or had not lost any until the Kyle Fletcher match. So, I assume maybe he'll go undefeated in this. I don't know, but I don't foresee that. I do agree with Meltzer, who brought up that Ospreay really should be the main event at this point, because so it's a company built around, the in-ring, not built around the in-ring product, but the in-ring product is more important in AEW. So you have the match with Will Ospreay on a pay-per-view, and it's probably the best match on the show, but it's not always even for a title of any kind. And then it's hard to follow that. Now, if he was your champion and he goes in the main event and puts on this, amazing performance and defends a title, that's a great package right there. And that could be your calling card. You buy these pay-per-views to see Will Ospreay, arguably the best in-ring wrestler in wrestling. And it's not just even the in-ring. Because some people, the indie darlings will get like, oh, these guys are just do flips and do cool moves. And I do think you can use that for a Ricochet. You can say Ricochet is a guy who does cool flips. And I can't really disagree. I think he does cool moves, but I don't think he has a lot of charisma. He's not a good talker. But I don't think you can use that criticism on Will Ospreay. I think you're either being dishonest or you're unfamiliar with him. Tons of charisma. I think that's undeniable. And a great promo. And I think that's undeniable too. And people say, well, he says brah and all this stuff. Who cares? He comes out there and people just love him immediately, even before the push. But the problem here with him doing so many losses. So the idea is if he lost to Kyle Fletcher, that makes a star. And I get that, understand that. But the problem with that was you needed to establish Will Ospreay to that level first. So he's automatically seen as like this guy's something special, even to people who probably weren't familiar when he came in. Like you just get that star, or he's got star power. And the people who already knew him see him as a top guy. But if you haven't seen him, which I don't know his New Japan, I know of it, but I've not seen it. So you have to establish that to everyone watching your show. And this has been an issue with AEW since day one, is the idea that everyone watching knows everything about every wrestler around the world. And there are people who do know that, but there are people who don't, like myself, and I do the wrestling show, and I might know a little bit of some of these people, whatever. People like my mom watch AEW, and she watches WWE, so if Lashley comes in, she knows who Bobby Lashley is. But when someone new comes from Japan or Mexico or the Indies, she's never even heard of them before, never mind seeing them. It's not like I may have seen them briefly or know the names and stuff like this, but she has no idea who they are. And you can't go with the mindset that there's one person out there like that. And you can't go with the mindset that every single person watching your show knows every single thing about everybody. So you have to bring in Will Ospreay and establish him as a meaningful guy. So he comes in, he does these great matches. He has charisma. He can cut promos. So he's got all that automatically, and he gets a reaction automatically. But it's more than just a reaction. You have to tell the people at home, oh, this guy is important. So you establish that over time. Then when you do the Kyle Fletcher turn on him, another thing too, before you even do the turn, you have to establish that him and Kyle Fletcher are these friends. You can't just say it in a promo and everyone watching is like, oh yeah, we know that. We don't know that. I didn't know. I have no idea that they traveled together, anything like that. So you have to establish to your audience, you have to go with the mindset that the people watching have no clue. Now, there are people that will have a clue. Is that a detriment to them? I would say no. I don't think if I'm watching a show and the show is telling me maybe some stuff that I know who these people are, does that turn me off as a fan? I don't think so. When I was a kid, came from a territory or NWA to WWEF or vice versa, and if they establish him or they told me even if I knew who they were, would that turn me off? No. Did it turn me off sometimes if someone would come in and they were completely a new character and they acted like, oh, this is, the milkman. And, I knew him as, some top guy somewhere else. Yeah, that would be annoying. But I like Barry Windham. Barry Windham comes in and he's the stalker. It's like, what? Like, what the hell is this? But, it's just kind of stupid. But Ric Flair comes in and they establish him, that he's this new guy, but he's still Ric Flair. So you bring in these guys to AEW, there's going to be a core audience who knows who they are and knows everything about them. There's going to be people like me who know of them but don't know in detail. And there's going to be people who know nothing about them. So And this idea that only these super hardcore wrestling fans watch a show, you can't have that mindset either. It's just ludicrous. And if more people are going to watch it, you want to establish who these people are. So you establish Will Ospreay, you establish him as important. You have to establish his relationship with Kyle Fletcher. So when Kyle Fletcher turns on Will Ospreay, it means something. It can't be like they're together for a week and then the week 3 he splits on him and he beats him up, and you're supposed to be like, oh, I can't believe that this guy that was just paired with him a week before, is turned on him. And then they go and they do interviews where they're talking about, they traveled together in Japan 15 years ago, whatever. So you establish all that stuff. Then you do the turn. And then if you've established Will Ospreay as an important guy, he's not lost any matches, then Kyle Fletcher beats him, then that win can help Kyle Fletcher move up the card and become a star on his own. But if you've not established Will Ospreay to that level, besides the people that already know it, and you've not established them as a team, the turn doesn't mean as much, and the win, no matter how good that match is, doesn't really elevate. It might elevate him to a degree, because I think any win elevates someone, but it doesn't elevate him to like, okay, now he's a main event guy. Now, if you had Will Ospreay as an established main event guy who's never lost, but he's actually already lost several big matches, then he loses to Kyle Fletcher. Instead of you've got this guy up here, Kyle Fletcher beats him. Now he's either up here, maybe he's up here. Instead, I think Kyle Fletcher beats Will Ospreay. It might elevate Kyle Fletcher somewhat, but I also think it starts to bring Will Ospreay down. So instead of like hopefully going like this, you're kind of going like this. So you might be bringing up this guy a little bit, but you're bringing this guy down. And so I think you're kind of making this not necessarily mid-card, the upper mid-card of guys that are kind of, I don't want to say interchangeable because I think that's too far, but you're making guys, instead of like this is a big-time star, you're making guys that are, you have a real hierarchy in AEW. It's like these guys are on this level. These guys below them will never beat them. But they're not going to beat the people way above them. And that's not a good thing, because every time there's a lot of matches in AEW going in, you know who's going to win. Beast Mortos is a guy that's actually, I would say, is getting really hurt being in the tournament. I don't think he should have been in the tournament. Does he have great matches? Yes. But this guy is inherently over. Now, I would forgive them when they first brought the guy in and maybe they had him lose a couple matches, because you did know maybe he'd be over. But you've known now for months that this guy is over. There is no reason that he is losing almost every match he's in. He barely ever wins. I think he had a squash match the other week, last week. But besides that, he never wins. He's winless. He has not had a win in the Continental Classic. So this, yes, he has great matches. That's all fine and dandy. But if a guy comes out, they never win a match, when he eventually, no matter how fun he is or how much the crowd's inherently into them, eventually they're not going to care when they know he's never going to win. So this tournament is burying him. I would just say outright burying him. And then you put a guy like Commander in there, who they've just beaten dead. Commander, when I first saw him, I was like, oh, this guy's great. This guy's above and beyond some of the other Lucha guys. This could be, I don't say Rey Mysterio, because he's probably like once in a lifetime kind of deal. But someone, maybe he could be. Who knows? He could be the Lucha guy that you push, though. Him or El Vikingo. El Vikingo, I think you should have really protected, because he also is very special. But Commander is just, he's just been beaten to powder. He loses to every single person. I don't think I've ever seen him win a match. And I'm not being facetious. He's never won a single match that I've seen. So he's a total jobber. He is a job guy, no matter how good he is. Look, and George South is a friend of mine, but George South was great. But after a while, you couldn't then all of a sudden, okay, George South we're going to, put the belt on him or something. It just wouldn't work because you had established him at this level. And now you have an established job guy in this Continental tournament. Is he going to have good matches? Yes. But no one's going to care about them because they see whoever versus Commander, and they know, oh, well, the other guy's going to win. And if he doesn't win, it's going to be like a big upset. But there's no possible way the Commander's going to win this. So there's no reason to put him in this. And this idea it's a good match, yeah, but let's be honest. How many guys aren't going to have a really good in-ring match at this point? There's not that many. There just isn't. Most everyone's going to have a good match. He might have a great match, and that's great. But if you're someone, there's more to wrestling than that. More than to wrestling this having a great match. And I wouldn't say it's nothing. I think some people go too far. It's like, it's all match or no, of course, I would rather see a good match than a bad match. But you have to make me interested in seeing the match to begin with. And that just adds, so if I'm really into seeing a match and then I watch it and it was great, it's like, oh, well, that's the best of everything. Like they built up Ricky Steamboat versus Macho Man. And then I watch a match and it's great. So that's perfect. Back in the day, I remember watching NWA and I would see the Boogie Woogie Man. And he would cut a promo and I was like, oh shit, this is good. Then I'd watch a match and nothing gets the Boogie Woogie Man, but to me it outright stunk. So then it's like, So let's say the Boogie Woogie Man was a really good wrestler. It would have been great, but he wasn't. But honestly, it was more important that he could talk you into wanting to see the match, as opposed to, let's say he was good. Let's say he's Brad Armstrong, who I really like, but great matches, but was never in really any kind of, never had promo that I can remember, and was never put in a position to be in a feud that was interesting. So the point is, you have to have good storylines. That's really the big thing. Storylines, not even storylines, but good feuds that we want to see. Because I don't need like these big convoluted storylines about people's wives and all this crazy stuff. If someone wants to win belts, I like that. And just a feud that you want to see. So apparently Interest Cable went out. So I don't know if he's going to be back. So I'm going to send this link out to people who would like to come on and talk wrestling with me, and whatever we might do a short show here. I don't know. Come on, talk wrestling. I'll ask some of these questions here. But either way, AEW All In's doing good. I'm hoping that the AEW on streaming on Max, I hope that is free. Let's see. Tony Khan announces AEW is donating over 15,000 AEW wrestlers. That's not what I was looking for, but that's cool. Let's see. I'm trying to find this about AEW being on Max, because I don't know if it was announced, if it was free. Maybe someone can tell me in the chat if it's going to just be if you subscribe, you get it. Or I know the original thing was you would be you'd get a discounted price, which isn't that that's cool, I guess. I mean, I'd rather pay less than more, so I guess that's good. All right. Earlier tonight, I was on Rob Saul's podcast with Stuttering John. That was really cool. I'd never met Stuttering John before, never talked to him, so that was fun. Zoom in and talk wrestling. All right. Let's go to these questions. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the show out, and if you'd like to help support the show, join the Headyverse. It starts at only $3 a month. Helps cover all the expenses here of the show. If I started doing more streams that talked about wrestling after it's over, would you folks be into that? Let's see here. Nikhil at TKO CEO Mark Shapiro says, There are opportunities to expand WWE PLEs to 2 nights. Thoughts? I'm not, as a fan, I'm not a big fan of this. There's been WrestleManias that's 2 nights that were good. I'll be honest. I remember the first one I was not really big on, and the idea that all of them would be, or like more of them would be, I can't say that really thrills me. There's already so much wrestling, I can't watch it all. And I know I host a wrestling podcast, but there's just too much of it. I get why they do it. It's more money for them, but as a fan, I'm not a fan of someone else's billionaires making more money. That doesn't mean I want them to make less money. I mean, that doesn't excite me that someone with some rich companies makes more money. But just as a fan of the product, does more of it make it better? No. That's like 3 hours of Raw. Does that make it better than 2? No. Devon Dudley on his son's run in AEW. They had a little stint in AEW and it didn't really go well for them there. I didn't like their little stint there either. I didn't think they were being used correctly or used at all. Just like so many other talent at that company that's not being used correctly. I wanted them to get out. I wanted them to go to NXT and try to get their feet wet. Your thoughts? Well, have they done anything since? Now, if they had left AEW and got a big buzz on the indies or did well in NXT, be like, all right, he was probably right. But I've never heard of them doing anything since. So like Brock Anderson has gone on, and I've never heard from him again. No, he started a team with C.W. Anderson. I start to see their names a lot of places, so that's cool. I think if your first run wherever it is doesn't work out, then you got to go and make a name for yourself and prove that you want to keep doing this. Like Drew McIntyre's first run did not work out in WWE. Did he quit? No, he went and reinvented himself, came back, and now is a giant star. On Wednesday afternoon, former AEW wrestler Ryan Nemeth shared a complaint with Fightful Select, stating he sent a document over to a number of AEW executives on September 12th detailing harassment threats and abuse from then AEW star Phil Brooks, CM Punk, in 2023. According to Nemeth, he feels AEW failed to respond to the numerous attempts to resolve the matter and had been encouraged to cut a heel promo on Punk on August 16th, 2023. Your thoughts? So, all right. So, Ryan Nemeth is definitely just not, and I mean, not to be dick. No one gives a fuck. No one cares about Ryan Nemeth. Does that mean that he is, you should be able to treat him like shit? And all that? No. But should he talk back to or tweet out shit about their biggest star and all this stuff? No. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk is currently slated. Anyway, I don't know. The guy's not really anybody. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk is currently slated to occur on the debut episode of WWE Raw. Thoughts? That's obviously a really big match. That was started the first night CM Punk came in. It was him and Drew that were pissed, Seth and Drew. We had the big long Drew McIntyre feud that lasted like a year, I guess. And not a year, but maybe it was a year. I don't know, it was a long time, many months. And now we're going to start the Seth Rollins. So that's a big match. Michael Cole said that after the segment that WWE is unanimously implementing a transfer window ahead of Raw on Netflix, as many changes are coming in the next month. The general managers of Raw, SmackDown, NXT are working together to seemingly move superstars from one brand to another. I'll be honest, I could not possibly care less about the brand split and moving wrestlers from one to the other. I mean, how we've been talking about this seems like 20 years. It's like they most of the time never take it seriously or adhere to the to who's on what brand, and then every once in a while you're supposed to care about it. Now, if they had established this as like for this to have worked originally, you had to keep the guys on different shows or the rosters on different shows. General managers could make trades, that kind of stuff. Could that have possibly been interesting? Maybe. Doesn't really sound that interesting to me. But if that's what you're going to do, you had to do something like that. Or I guess if you just did the soft brand split like Collision and Dynamite had done originally, and not just not told us that there is a brand split, and then these guys are, you have a core group of people on one show you see, then you have a core group of people you see on the other show. I guess that's possibly, but they try to do, it's always just a half-assed brand split where they say it's a brand split and they have, the drafts, but then throughout other months, like people just pop in wherever they want to. The complete top 10 for the 2024 PWI tag team list looks like this. Number 10, FTR. Wow, it's really low for FTR, but thinking back, they didn't really do a lot this year. 9, Crazy Star, Susie Suzuki, and Mia Sierra. I have no idea who they are. 8, The Bloodline, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga. Yes, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like they've been a tag long enough, but maybe they have. The Saito brothers, Jun and Ren Saito. ABC, Chris Bay, and Ace Austin. I think that's in it. TNA. TMDK, Haste, and Nichols. I have no idea who that is. Young Bucks, the Jacksons. I mean, they were tag champs for most of the year. Bishaman, Hiroki, Goto, and Yoshihashi. I have no idea. Fraxium, Nathan Frazier, and Axiom. I think that's NXT. And the number 1 team, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Wow, it's not a very riveting list here. But good for Belair and Jade Cargill. Jim Carrey said I'm retiring in 2022 and fairly serious about it. But he's back in Sonic 3. Whatever, it's fine. Lots of people say they're going to quit wrestling and acting and they come back. The Elite are just people in AEW. They did an AEW all-in ticket party in Dallas and not one of them was there. Now, that is pretty shitty. I don't know. It's weird because I think the Young Bucks are wrestling in Japan. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know if there's like actual like dissension between them or they're just trying to keep them off TV and then bring them all back together. I don't know. Revolution, but without them on TV, we've gone over this many times. I do think the Young Bucks being off TV is good. I'm not a Young Bucks hater, but I think they're very stale. So you leave them off TV, bring them back, freshen up. That's good. Kenny Omega returning for another company is just the shits. Like they've been building this comeback for a year, and then he returns to another company in another country. I mean, you'll never convince me that's not complete shit. And it also leaves Okada and Jungle Boy. Like Okada by himself, I think Okada's a waste of money to begin with, but by himself, he's really just nothing. And then I don't know, you just abandon all these storylines with no payoff to any of them. That's bad. When you start doing that's very bad. It's never good to abandon storylines without some kind of payoff. AEW is more exciting behind the scenes. I don't know about that. I'm not excited about that. It doesn't really get me excited, but let's see. Revolution 2024 for me, all the big matches. Flair, Hogan, Goldberg, all the biggest names in stadiums. I don't even know what that is. Revolution 2024. Oh. I think with AEW, it just keeps dropping. You can point to multiple of factors, WWE's rise, Punk situation, middling creative, but I get the sense of novelty wore off. And after a while, a lot of people were just done. No, I don't think, well, the novelty will always wear off of a new company, but I mean, the NWA, WCW's around for decades. WWF's been around for, decades. So the idea that, once you're around a certain amount of time, you just like or nothing is silly. But and it's all those things you said. I do think the rise of WWE will always hurt AEW because it came around at a time when WWE was really at its all-time, not maybe one of the all-time lowest I remember in my memory. But outside of that, it's just the problems we always talk about. But the main thing is there's the stories just like they're not interesting. They don't make you want to watch week to week, and then they get dropped. Honestly, if you had someone else, someone who had, writing, I hate the word writing, whatever, writing, booking, whatever. You need to establish who your guys are, have them on the show regularly, have feuds that are interesting. Not so. Just for example, so you got MJF comes back. He was the last time we saw him and Cole. So that feud was built up for a year, and they were a team. Cole turns on MJF. They both get hurt. They come back. MJF turns a heel. Really, I think is a mistake because he's over. And once you start turning heel babyface constantly, that's never good. And the crowd wants to cheer him. Now, is he a great heel? Absolutely. But still, like you have to think this stuff through. So he becomes heel for no real reason. So then you bring back Cole, and then you want to continue that feud. So he becomes babyface with no reasoning. And then you just have, a real shit excuse as to how this makes sense. And then you also had Daniel Garcia, who put MJF out. He beat him up and bloodied him. So you have these two feuds for MJF when he comes back. Instead, you go into MJF versus Roderick Strong, which literally no one could give a flying fuck about. That's not good storytelling at all. It's terrible. You put Roderick Strong, you shoehorned him in where it looked like you were going to get a three-way, which no one wanted. They just, I don't know if people were really dying to see MJF Cole either, especially with Cole as the babyface and MJF's the heel. They, I guess, completely forgot about Daniel Garcia's MJF stuff. And then instead of getting Cole MJF, we got MJF Roderick Strong. Like, okay. And I guess we'll get the other one eventually, but that's just one thing. But it's pretty much up and down the show. The Hurt Syndicate is probably the best storyline, but there is issues with that, in my opinion, because the two guys are up, they're like in their 50s, so they're getting close to their 50s, and they're former WWE guys. And I'm not against bringing in former WWE guys, but if your whole show is old WWE guys who always beat your established guys, so you can't bring Lashley in and have him lose his first match. I get that. But you also just can't have your guy Swerve get destroyed by the old WWE guy and never come back. Now, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But if this feud is just Lashley beats Swerve and then goes on to do something else, like, I don't think that was smart. And you can't build you can build short term around Lashley, but you can't be like, this is our guy for the future. And you can't do it with Shelton Benjamin. Instead, you should be really establishing, Will Ospreay and Swerve and MJF. WWE transfer window news. All superstars are. Is that what they're calling this? The WWE transfer? That's not an exciting name. All WWE superstars are eligible with the exception that a title or two will be swapping brands. OG Bloodline expected to move to Raw. So will they break up the Bloodline? Like, so you'll have the two Bloodline. You have a Bloodline in each show instead of them facing each other. I don't know. A lot of change happening because Netflix wants stars. Yeah, that so Netflix obviously they're paying a fortune, so they want their big stars on there, which I mean it just makes sense. It would be like if you bought The Sopranos and you're like, well, Tony Soprano's not going to be on here anymore. It's like, what the hell are we buying? Let's see. That's why wrestling is a weird thing, I guess. Let's see. Edge got hurt doing stupid dive off the cage that Bronson just did. Yeah, I guess. I don't really. I mean, he did, yes. AEW. I agree. I do think that's a good point. Doing these, I mean, you can't put the toothpaste in the bottle. So you're gonna have people doing whacked out spots. But I am glad that you said both of them because I do think there are people who will pick on AEW for the dumb spots when it's really that is what wrestling is today. Wrestling is dives across the board, false finishes across the board. Do you need all that? No. Can you bring it back? I'm not sure. But what like MJF, when he was babyface there and he was getting stuff over like the donkey kick. So if you have someone over, I guess I think you probably could bring it back. And as much as I love Will Ospreay, he's doing stuff that do you need in every match? Probably not. Do I like watching it? Sure. Hello, you excited about Jesse the Body's return? I like Jesse the Body. Let's see. Baby Snake Ass Master 420. What's going on, my buddy, my pal, my amigo, my compadre?
How's it going? Not much. How are you?
I
thought I'd keep you company. You look lonely.
Thank you. Yeah, intro's off. Spanking the monkey, I think. No, his internet went out.
Oh.
Turn off the show in the background, Lexar.
They caught the guy that's not that healthcare CEO.
Okay,
That's a big news.
You didn't call into CNN.
I like half Boston crabs. Those are good.
Yeah. Old Lance Storm move. Lexar, you're not going to go out and start shooting people, are you?
No.
Oh man,
I don't shoot CEOs.
An answer.
I don't shoot CEOs of major companies.
So you're pro CEO?
Pro Mercedes Monet?
Exactly. So what's going on, Lexi? Sexy Lexi, my buddy baby.
I don't know, nothing much. I did find something harrowing earlier today when I was going through the Peacock. When I was watching an old school episode of Raw, I saw 21 days left to view on all the Raw episodes. I just flickered through the years and just looked at all of them and wonder what could it mean. 28 days left to view. I think that WWE is taking out Peacock off the Raw episodes of Peacock and put it on into Netflix.
Oh man, are you?
I'm not sure.
Are you bummed?
Yes.
So here was earlier I was on with Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show.
Whoa!
Right before In Your Head, I had to jump off to get on In Your Head. That was fun.
Well, aren't you glad you're on with us now?
Of course, yeah, my buddies. I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here, Stuttering John. You must know who Stuttering John is, Lexar.
Ain't he the one that got hit with a guitar by Jeff Jarrett?
I don't think so. That's
because
Beetlejuice.
Because that's I hear at the Howard Stern show, even Howard Stern doesn't like wrestling. He surrounds people that are fans of wrestling.
Right.
And I remember on Nitro they had people from Howard Stern show.
Yeah, that was the Whack Pack.
The Whack Pack.
I like them. They were fun.
So what's all right? What's on your mind, Snake Baby Ass Master?
Not much. Not much. Yeah, not much. I've been, I don't know. My significant other is moving here, so I'm
No.
doing a lot of house renovation and stuff.
Oh man.
So it is fun, but
Are we gonna see her on the show?
definitely, I'll bring her on here.
Oh man, Lexar's eyes are gonna be like.
Yeah,
Watch
she's
it.
pretty. She can hold her own.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
She might get like huge like compliments from what's his name?
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick Howell.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't bring her on here.
No, that would be good.
I might
That'll be
get
far
really
better.
mad.
She might win a heady at some point.
I'm sure she would. I'm sure she
For
would.
what? Disappear. Oh,
Being a woman,
newcomer of the year. Newcomer of the year.
Yeah.
having boobs.
So did you get banned from the strip club, Lexar? I saw this on Facebook.
Yeah, Dobson Maya told me to like take pictures, and like I took one picture, and like they caught me, like they told me not to come again.
Damn. Was this your go-to strip club, your favorite strip club?
Yep.
Damn. Are you pissed at Bobs for making you do it?
No, I think I might have to do some strategizing because I was like kicked out of that club just one time, like a long time ago, but then like I just like waited a few weeks. I actually went on a different day and a different night, and I kept doing that, and then I went back to my regular Saturday nights, and like the bartenders they just served me as usual. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, yeah, you
And
should
I'm
get the
gonna go on a
doorman
different night.
fired. The one who got you like kicked out, you should get him fired.
Well, I think one of the DJs also like got cancer and died. So
Damn.
hopefully that person will get cancer and die too.
Holy fuck.
I think it will happen, but
Did you get good pictures anyway? Like what kind of pictures did you take?
the stripper's ass. What else? That's what Dobson Maya wants me to get.
Did you just whip your camera out and be like, maybe you could be, do you think you get plastic surgery or something? Sneak
No,
back
I'm
in?
not. No.
Maybe get
Maybe
like
I
a
should
face,
like
maybe get a face tattoo.
maybe get a facelift.
Yeah, face. Maybe you could grow your beard out.
I don't know. Maybe they still spotted me because I could still grow a beard and
Yeah,
they
maybe dye
recognize me.
your hair blonde.
I'm not sure.
You might look
They
like
still
Eminem
recognize
a
me
little
though.
bit.
Maybe just wear a wig.
When they kicked me out, I had like long hair, like kind of like before I cut my hair, and when I cut my hair, they like still recognize me. So
Maybe you could dress like a lady, pretend you're a lady going there.
no, I'm not gonna be trans. I don't kill like those woke people.
Maybe you could dress like a Muslim lady. Then like
Yeah, you can wear
all
like a
covered,
beekeeper's
and then, like,
outfit.
just like the eyes. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe I should try a new club because I do like want to go to different clubs though. But the difference is they're all far away and they're expensive. The one closest to the club that I always go to, and this is a true story. When me and my former boss, he used to like drive around that town near Bloomfield. That we always used to go to Home Depot and then go to his house to find something else like paint cans of paint brushes, ladders, or whatever. And we always passed by this strip club. And this one time we were at a stoplight, and I kept looking to my left, and my boss told me, "Hey, what are you looking at?" A strip club, and that's on there. And he told me, "Oh yeah, that's abandoned. It's been abandoned because since the pandemic." So
Damn.
the pandemic is that strip club was closed because of the pandemic.
Damn.
I
Why
think
you
even
tell me
dressed
like
up
that?
like. Oh, sorry.
But he told me like it's like notorious for like people hanging out, like smoking weed
Oh man, the devil's
and this,
lettuce.
yeah. And there's one time there's been a shooting outside a club.
Did you ever smoke the weed?
No, but I had like a chocolate bar that's full of fentanyl.
Dang, fentanyl.
Wow.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
like weed
That's
You're like, I
fentanyl.
can smoke weed, but I'm gonna eat a chocolate bar filled with fentanyl.
Man, put that in
Yeah,
a light
that
bulb and smoke it.
fentanyl weed that's on the chocolate bar, and I still had a wrapper. And this happened to me last year during Christmas time. I ate it because I bought it at a wrestling show because they were selling it, and I ate it at Christmas time, and like something like gnarly happened to me. It's like I was spaced out, and I was like right here, baby snake ass that's now he's coughing a lot. So I was coughing a lot, and then I began to throw up. I went to the bathroom and like throw up these chunks of like brown chocolate coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, you realize that's not weed, fentanyl.
Yeah.
That's a much
Yeah,
harder drug than weed.
my mom still wanted me to go to church with me, and I told her, "Look, did
Like,
you
I'm
see the
I'm a
bathroom? I was
fentanyl addict.
throwing up."
Yeah. Did you go
I
to
still have the
rehab?
no. I just ate it once and never ate it again. Never ate it all again.
Oh yeah.
Are you Catholic?
Christian.
Christian? Well, I mean, Catholics are Christian. I was just wondering if you go to a confession.
I haven't been to confession in years. I haven't been to church in years.
Damn, you're a friggin' Satanist over here.
Please.
Do you think? How long do you think it would take for you to go to your next confession? You have to be there for like 3 days.
Yeah. Just confess to everything, and I did in the book. Okay, and then the priest wants me to do like 205 Hail Marys.
Yeah, you'll be just saying them for years.
Yeah. Just
You
go
get
home and do
surrounded
like
by nuns. You're like, oh
yeah,
shit.
the priest was like, go home and like do 10 Hail Marys per day until you reach 205.
Golgo says, remember when Lexar used to say penis? I missed that, Lexar.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say it for us?
You
You ever say that to strippers? You're like, hey, baby, can you touch my penis?
Yeah, maybe I should. But most of the strippers are like foreign and don't understand that much English.
Maybe you could use. Oh no, I almost said maybe you can use it on Baby Snake Ass Master 420s girl.
Maybe he should say it himself. Like
that's how he impressed her. That was the first thing he said to her.
Good for him.
I called it Peter the Wonder Snake.
Where did you meet
it's
her?
like a Puff the Magic Dragon type character, but
where did you meet her?
On TikTok actually.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
She was a fan of your videos?
Not really. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It was
She
weird.
posted a milk crate challenge, and you're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah. She fell over a whole bunch of milk crates, and it's like, that's the woman I want.
I did the milk crate challenge.
That's
It's on my TikTok.
I thought you're banned from TikTok.
No, the in your head. I have 2 TikToks. The in your head TikTok was banned and eradicated, but the without your head TikTok is still there. I don't really
Interesting.
know why. Someone suggested it might have been the language, because I posted a bunch of like interview clips, and the New Jack ones had a lot of bad language in, and I guess that's a no-no on TikTok.
Mm.
And New Jack's kind of like reverse racist. I don't know. He's a weird guy.
Yeah, I didn't post any. It was a lot of F-bombs. Maybe that was. I don't know.
If you're watching Dark Side of the Ring, you know why.
We were thanked in the Dark Side of the Ring on the Harley Race interview. We're in the credits. I should suggest if they want to do, I should suggest a Rock and Roll Buck Zoom Off episode to them, and I'll send them by our interview.
Man,
What's everyone's plans for Christmas?
Probably go to Christmas Mass this time instead of skipping out being sick.
Oh, you were sick last year?
Yeah, I told you I ate that chocolate bar full of.
Oh, that was last
weed
year?
fentanyl. You know, that was last year.
Damn.
Yeah, and my mom wanted me to go to church anyways, and me throwing up, and I told her, "Look, I threw up just 2 or 3 times."
Where did you get the fentanyl? What the hell are you
The
doing?
chocolate bar. I told you, weren't you listening? At an ICW wrestling show, they were selling chocolate bars full of like laced with weed and fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
Yes, chocolate bars.
Where? At the
And
Walmart?
at a wrestling show at an ICW no holds barred. ICW NHB they called it. And they
that's
sold like
merch tables.
Yeah, they-
Fentanyl laced chocolate bars?
yeah, they sell different types. They have regular chocolate bar, they have
Or
one with
fentanyl?
caramel.
It's like either with almonds or without. You're like,
Yeah, there you go.
want it with or without fentanyl?
Yeah, there you go. Almonds.
And you were like, I think I'll try the fentanyl one.
No, they're all of them are
You have
laced
the
with
roasted
fentanyl.
Oh,
fentanyl.
I thought you were like a milk chocolate, dark chocolate, caramel, fentanyl.
White
Yeah,
chocolate
they're,
or
yeah,
fentanyl.
Joe, what Snake Ass Master said, there's like almonds and like caramel, different types, but they're all laced with fentanyl. Weed.
And then one has just like orange and blue pills all in it.
You're not doing.
I wait-
You're not eating fentanyl chocolate, are you, baby Snake Ass Master?
No, I try to stay away from lethal drugs. Like,
Yeah, it's not a good one to be doing. Weed's a lot less. That's a lot less potent than fentanyl.
yeah, that's more like, yeah, it's a fun one. It's like Cheech and Chong were around before I was alive, so I'm all good. Like, they had fun. I'll have fun.
Yeah, I mean fentanyl. That's what I think. Golgo and Job's here in the chat. They're big fentanyl addicts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
let's see.
probably. Maybe the chocolate bars are built for them. Maybe they should go
Yeah.
to a nice ICW show and like purchase one.
Yeah, I think that's how Jobs broke his leg. So, TNA Final Resolutions coming up. We have Frankie Kazarian versus Jonathan Gresham.
That's a main event.
No, that's the first opening match. I'm going to go with Jonathan Gresham, the octopus or the squid or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Leon Slater versus JDC. Heck yeah. I'm going to go with JDC. Jordan Grace versus Rosemary. I really thought Jordan Grace was going to just end up in NXT, but I guess not. Jordan Grace, I'll say. For the X Division Championship, Moose is the X Division champion versus Kushida. I guess it really is no weight limits. It's no limits. I'm going to say Kushida takes the belt. The Hardys. Oh, fucking the Hardys. Versus the System in a tables match for the TNA tag belts. I'll say the Hardys keep it.
Yeah.
Joe Henry versus Josh Alexander versus Mike Santana versus Steve Macklin. 4-way to determine the number one contender to the TNA World Championship at Genesis. Just put the belt on Joe Henry. By the time they do it, like, no one's going to give a shit about the guy.
I think it's already kind of over.
Yeah, I think you're right. Masha Slamovich versus Tasha Steeles for the Knockouts belt. Let's go, Masha Slamovich.
She has
And
an
then the
epic name.
main event time. This is a main event in any building. Nick Nemeth defends the TNA World Championship versus AJ Francis.
What? That's a main event?
I don't even know who that is.
Dolph Ziggler against AJ Francis, the former guy who toppled over the top rope in WWE and tripled over the top rope.
That's Top Dollar.
Yeah, that's top dollar. Nick Nemeth and Dolph Ziggler.
Man, what a main event that is.
Top dollar.
Yep,
Man.
top dollar in the main event.
Are you going to be put down your $50 for this show, Lexar?
Hell no. But I hear TNA is doing a pay-per-view in LA and New York next year. And they're doing it in big buildings. So here in New York, close to me, it's in Long Island. But it's kind of like near, let's say, near Willets Point. It's near the tennis stadium where the Arthur Ashe, yeah. It's kind of near there. But they're doing it in the UBS Arena in Long Island, and not in a small building. Long Island UBS Arena is 20,000 seats. You could put 20,000 people in the arena, or maybe 18 or 17,000. Yeah, they're doing that, and they're doing another show in LA in the spring. So they're doing it in big buildings next year.
All right, so Saturday night's main event lineup.
Mm-hmm.
We have Bailey versus Chelsea Green versus Mishin or Tiffany Stratton for the inaugural Women's United States Championship, because that is what we need. We need more titles.
Women's Revolution. But it's not going to be all four of them. It's going to be two of them. And they're going to have the semifinal matches.
It's going to be Bailey or Chelsea Green versus Mishin or Tiffany Stratton. I'm going to say Bailey wins it all.
She should start off a belt.
Liv Morgan defending the Women's Championship versus Io Sky. I'll say Liv keeps it. Gunther versus Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. Triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther will keep it, I think. Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. Drew will beat his ass, I think. All right, so the main event is Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the Undisputed Championship. You can't call it the Undisputed Championship when you literally have the World Championship earlier on the show. That makes absolutely no sense. It's factually incorrect. It's just stupid. It's obviously not undisputed if there's another world champion in the same company on the same show.
That's weird.
So, I mean, I don't really foresee any chance that Kevin Owens wins. So I would say Cody Rhodes wins.
Cody retains.
Yeah.
And just going to be upset that Cody retains.
Yeah, he's going to be crying his little bitch eyes out.
Yeah, he knows. He's been known on this program many, many times that he can't stand Cody Rhodes.
I know. Do you think
Johnny Jackson could?
Do you think Intra's off eating fentanyl?
Yeah, every time he hears that music, adrenaline in my soul.
Adrenaline in my soul.
Mhm.
Is that a mountain shirt? A tie-dye mountain shirt?
It's like wolves.
Yeah, it looks like is it by the company The Mountain?
I'm not sure.
I used to sell these nature tie-dye shirts, and they're by a company called The Mountain.
No, I think it is.
Yeah, it looked like one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
I used to sell
Mountain,
I
it
used to
says.
sell those.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. I
I
could tell.
like for my girlfriend, I put my arm up my shirt and made
Oh
this
wow!
dog and be like, "Hello, how are you?"
I thought you
Oh
could put it
my
down your
God.
pants. I'd be like, hey.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, they're cool, nice.
Yeah, I think the shirt I'm wearing is tie dye too. Actually, it's a tie dye Sting shirt. It's a little hard to see because it's a black and gray tie dye, but I like tie dye.
Cool. So this brand's really like good though.
Yeah, the Mountain's really good. They actually were bought by Liquid Blue, which is a big tie dye company that does like a lot of they like the Grateful Dead tie dye shirts and stuff.
Nice.
But the Mountains was local. I think it was in Vermont or something, or New Hampshire,
Sweet.
somewhere around here.
I got it at a Goodwill somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's a really
Like-
good company. Yeah, I used to sell a lot of those shirts.
I like the depth and stuff and like the colors they used, like the composition. It's cool.
For the first time in years, I watched 1996 movie Twister with Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. What a movie! Have you seen it? Yep. They just
Did you
made
see the
sequel.
Twister? Yeah,
The
did
new
you
one.
see it?
I've not seen this. I've not seen it. No. Have you?
I live in Iowa, so like I
So you
know
just-
those kind of people who would be in that movie, and they suck. So I don't
Do you
want
ever
to watch
think
mine.
like? Have you ever thought of hunting twisters, going out and hunting tornadoes?
I've done it.
Oh yeah, is it a good time?
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an adrenaline rush, I'm sure.
Adrenaline in your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Lex, are you going to go start hunting? Since you can't go to the strip club, maybe you can start, hunting twisters, hunting tornadoes.
There really are tornadoes in the East Coast here in
They
Jersey.
feel good to roll up against.
Ludite, what do you
If I
think
have
about
to-
this? Lexar got kicked out of the strip club for taking pictures.
Hmm. Yeah, I can see that. Makes sense.
And now he's eating fentanyl laced chocolate. That's his new hobby. He picked up.
Oh, great. Lexar, is your middle name
Yes.
Trainwreck?
No.
Mighty. Okay, because you might want to get off the track.
Yeah, don't get on the fentanyl. I'm going to try to get SmackDown tickets on Friday for WWE in London. Wish me luck. That's from your boy Nikhil. On this day in 2000, Kurt Angle retained the WWF Championship in a 6-man Hell in a Cell match at Armageddon from the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center in Birmingham, Alabama. Any memories? Nope.
I saw that Armageddon 2000 tape at a video store once back in 1990, back in 2004.
You saw the 2000 date back in the 90s.
You got the time machine.
I got the year wrong. In 2001, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that show. It was a good show. Good main
I
event.
still do have a lot of those VHS tapes, but I don't have a VCR to watch them, and you can just watch all
Yeah.
stuff online. So.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to buy some
was much
VHS
fun, though.
tapes, Lexar?
What type you got?
I don't know. I got like the old
What type of wrestling show?
WrestleManias and
You got some Playboy TV recordings too?
no, no, just mostly wrestling and movies.
And of course, you caught the weekend at Bernie's.
On this day in 2001, Chris Jericho defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin to become the first ever undisputed WWF champion at Vengeance from San Diego. Memories. I do remember
And
that.
defeated The Rock too.
Yeah, it was
And defeated The Rock.
Yeah, I'm a big Jericho fan, but at that time, it did seem a very odd choice. Because I think
with
most
all the
people
other
expected-
people there.
Yeah, I think looking back, it's not as odd because he has been a top guy now for 20 years, but at the time it honestly seemed kind of just strange.
You could say that made him though too. A little
Yeah, I
bit,
agree. I would agree. So
'cause
looking
he
back,
was
was
smaller
probably,
than everyone else.
yeah, probably looking back, it was a smart move because Austin and Rock would still be Austin and Rock. You know what I'm saying? But that Jericho might not have been as big if he didn't win. Stephen Butler, are you going to watch a return of Saturday Night's Main Event? I wasn't really planning on it, but I should to make all you folks happy. What if I watched it and did a live show after? Would you be pumped?
I might go. Since it's in Long Island.
Damn.
You should record that.
Yeah.
Take pictures of that.
I think you can. Not that long ago, they wouldn't let you take pictures like in the when you go to the wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't you
Seems
tell a
like
story
that's
that you went to?
like
Didn't you tell a story that you went to a WWE show and you took pictures and the security guard told you no pictures and this guy
yeah,
like
you weren't
kept
allowed
staring at
to.
you?
Yeah, it wasn't even that long. I'd say it was less than 20 years ago. You weren't allowed to take pictures. You remember, because that was like the thing. Edge and Christian used to say no, flash photography.
Yeah. I mean, that was part of wrestling.
Yeah. Lexar, why did Dobbs Dean Maya get me in trouble by telling me to take pictures at the strip club? And I did get caught and told to never return again. I hope Dobbs is happy that he's ruined my life.
He did not ruin your life by telling you could come to the strip club.
Dobbs says I would never tell anyone of sound mind to do stuff like that.
He told me to do it. To take pictures. I was not interested in watching NXT Deadline, so I went to a strip club. So that was my night.
So Jack can read it back.
And then
better that
Dobbs
way.
told, and then in the comment section, Dobbs said like take plenty of pictures. So all right.
When they were kicking you out, did you say, "Wait a minute, Dobbs told me to do it. Dobbs told me to do it."
No, because even if I told him that, like, they'd probably tell me, "Don't listen, stop."
Lexar wants to know if Intra wants to grow his hair back. Why don't he use the hair growing drug Bosley? I don't think it's a drug. Isn't that like a hospital or something?
It's a medical center.
Yeah.
I saw it on
He should do
TV. I
that.
saw an ad.
Go to Bosley, yeah. Are you thinking about doing that? Lexar going to Bosley? Get like a big hairy neck or something?
I already have hair.
I don't know. I don't know. I see it's getting thin up there. Seeing some thin patches when you did that. Put your head all the way down. I could see. Yeah, see it in the back there. Seeing some scalp there, Lexar. You better take a trip to Bosley.
No, it's just like, hey, I don't know. Maybe I am balding.
Yeah. Can you just get like hair other places? Like you want like really hairy, like a really hairy chest?
I have hairy armpits and heavy balls, and that's that.
No, like where isn't hairy that you'd want it? Like,
Mm.
do
Do you ever tell the strippers that you have a really hairy ball sack?
Maybe no, but maybe I should tell them. Hey, my
Yeah,
nuts
my
are right. This is one
That's-
time the stripper like what?
That's
This,
what Baby Snake Ass Master told his girl. He's like, I got a really hairy ball sack.
this stripper like rubbed my balls, my penis. And like I told him, do you like my hair too? And like, because even though like
You're
my
like
crotch
stop
is
rubbing
pretty
my
close.
balls and my penis and rub my hair.
I told her, do you like rubbing my hair? Or I had like hairy balls and penis, and she like giggled and she like,
You have a hairy penis?
ooh. No, it's like the part is hairy. The penis not that region. It's like hairy, but there's no hair going out of it. Like
Aren't you
maybe-
glad you called in, Ludite?
Yeah, this is more than I ever wanted to know about it.
Who do you?
Like,
That's gonna be a new on the next Headies. Who has the hairiest ball sack?
Mhm.
Let's get on the test, Jack. Or can I tune out?
Hope you're taking notes. Lexar, thoughts on the
Yeah.
recent news that Daniel Penny found not guilty on assault charges on a homeless man after threatening people on the subway?
Who's Daniel Penny?
Uh,
Is he a human being, like
uh,
normal person?
Yeah, it's on the news. He like saved this guy from like
singlet or like
yeah, he
Boots?
choked a dude and killed him. But he was saving somebody.
yeah.
I don't know enough about it. United Healthcare CEO shooter being caught. Well, I don't think I don't think you should tattle on people. I think that's bad.
What's
Do you
his
think that?
entrance music like?
Do you think that my GCW and TNA ring canvas argue with each other when I'm not in the room? Wow. Do you think they're like talking about you when you're not there?
No, GCW versus TNA, right?
Hey, what if they get together and like try to take you out? Like maybe if we join forces, we can overpower this guy and escape.
And then
Maybe they should like double
like,
team to take on Tony Khan and AEW.
Are you
because that's
still
what
are you still on fentanyl? What's going on here?
No. Me or
You
Ludite?
ever to take your fentanyl and start talking to the canvases?
No.
Have you ever tried?
No.
Have you ever thought about it?
Hmm.
Don't do fentanyl, kids. That's bad. What's an underrated kid show from the 80s? Fraggle Rock. It's probably not really underrated. I think people.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Bozo is good.
Bozo the Clown. Yeah, I used to watch that. Electric Company. I don't know what was underrated. I think probably the ones I'm thinking of are all pretty like popular, I guess. I don't know. What are the ones you liked, Lexar? Were you even alive in the 80s? Aren't you like
Yeah, well, I was born in 83. So I think Eureka's Castle. That aired on Nickelodeon at one point.
Yeah, I never watched that. I was probably
There was
too
that
old.
like clown girl who would always like play with. I don't know.
Whoa, what's going on here? I think that's the
The
Spice
big comfy
Channel.
couch. That's what it was.
Big comfy. I remember
I was
that.
like, that's
I've
weird.
never even heard of that.
I don't know.
I remember that.
She
It's like
just
the
was-
whole. It's like the
kinda
whole
like-
cast is all clowns, right? But they don't paint their faces; they just have a big clown nose.
Yeah, but she was like at least a dancer, if not a gymnast. I'm telling you.
Yeah, she's hot.
She
That was
did this,
like that.
like clock thing where she like.
Oh yeah, I
I'm getting
remember that
married
too.
soon, so I shouldn't be talking about that stuff. But man, I watched that kid's show way too much. She
Yeah.
was legal.
I mean, there was like a inside video on that that show, and there's like a one time like she got 6 months pregnant, and like she did a show, but you couldn't tell that she was pregnant, so she kept it very hidden. She wore an outfit that like hide her like baby bump.
And then her water broke on set. It was terrible. I think Jack's frozen.
Oh, I'm here. Can you see me?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was just checking some stuff here on the thing. Hit the like button, you fools. Hit the like button. Share this out. Subscribe. Hit that bell icon, not the internet icon. Hit that little bell icon. You'll get a notification every time we're live. And help support the channel. Join the Headyverse. It starts at only $3 a month. Don't be a cheap ass. Or you can super chat. You can Venmo and help us out. We would appreciate it. Thank you, folks. But it's completely free to subscribe and like and share and comment. Thoughts on rapper Jay-Z being accused of a 14-year-old girl along with Diddy at an MTV Music after party. I think that's bad. I think that's not a good thing to do. I know I'm going out in a limb, but I'm against that. That's
Whoa.
What's your favorite TV network and its lineup? I don't really know what's on what channel. I just watch stuff.
I like those channels that play cartoons all day.
Probably Shudder. I like Shudder, and I like to watch, Joe Bob Briggs, the final drive-in. What's yours?
Snake Ass Master likes the Cartoon Network and Boomerang.
Well, like TBS, where it plays like Family Guy all day. Stuff like
Benny
that.
the Bear's favorite 80s show was Small Wonder.
Oh, God.
That was fun.
What's your favorite network lineup, Lexar? Are you watching like Major Dad on TGIF?
No, that's Incher's gimmick. I'm not sure. Maybe like Family Channel back in the day.
The Family
Maybe
Channel.
Nickelodeon.
I thought you were gonna watch some, dirty pervert stuff.
No, not as a kid.
Not as a kid.
When I was a kid, I watched like Nickelodeon. No, there's Incher.
Speaking of dirty pervert,
Incher, we had a question about you.
Well, you had a question about me. What is it? Shoot. Should I be scared?
Yeah.
Like the question was like, would you go hair using the drug Bosley?
I don't think so. I used to use Rogaine, and it didn't really keep it around. So what is Bosley, like minoxidil or whatever it is? So
His name's John Bosley.
yeah,
Curly hair. No, I'm thinking of the suit guy. Sorry.
I don't think it'll work for me. I'm pretty bald. Like the top of my head is pretty much absent of hair.
what if we all just chip in some money and buy Incher a nice wig off Temu?
I'm a hair telethon.
I don't need that. I'm good. I don't need no Temu wig.
That'd be pretty
Please,
rocking.
sir.
I think.
Won't you get the sense of hair?
It's like barber hair from.
How about
like,
hair
the
looming for
Siberia.
men?
Hair lubing? Is that what you
Looming,
said? Looming?
Yeah.
Oh,
What the hell's that?
That's from the movie Amazon Women on the Moon.
Oh.
Like
How smart is your smart TV? Mine's a Mensa TV.
I caught mine reading a book.
Well, I would have said mine's pretty bright, but anymore it doesn't, like the volume doesn't want to work.
Damn,
So-
it's a fucking. It might be smart, but it's
It's
mute.
like
It's in a
Yeah.
quiet mood.
my
It's a
old
TV.
school TVs. That never happened. Like
Yeah,
like-
actually, mine's the same way. Actually, we
Yeah,
we
I
bought like one of those, like, I forget what it's called, but it's like a I don't know if you forget what it's called. It's like an audio like tube thing you put outside of the TV because the audio like
Wow.
it just
Soundbar.
wouldn't go up. Yeah, there you go.
Your
Yeah.
smart TV feeling introspective.
so
'Cause
so
the
ever
audio
since you
just
got
would not
that.
go up. Yeah, it happened on our older TV too. So it must just be like these the smart TVs that part must wear out after a while.
Yeah,
You can get
like-
them. You can get them on Amazon. We got ones not that expensive. It's like $35, but you can get ones for like $100 and stuff. But it
Yeah.
does help. It did help the audio.
like I think when I changed the settings on my computer to like switch from like headphones to just like my TV I think that screws it up or something. I think it's just a glitch in the firmware or something.
So Alexar got kicked out of the strip clubs, didn't you? He's been
Ye-
banned for life.
All of them or just one?
Just one.
So now he's hoping that the security guard gets cancer and passes away.
Mhm. Just like this
Well-
DJ.
What was the reasonings they kick you out of the strip club?
Taking the pictures.
Did they
Like Doxy Maya told me to.
did they beat you up before they kicked you out, or did they just kick you
No,
out?
they just like told me to like go away, to like leave now. And then there's like a security guard there
Honestly, Lexar, I think you got off lucky.
escorting me.
Normally they beat the hell out of you before they let
While they were taking him out, he was telling them, Dobbs told me to do it. Dobbs told me to do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, they don't care who Dobbs is. I said, like, who cares what Dobbs says?
You shouldn't
Don't take
listen to
pictures.
Dobbs. I've figured this out. He has some pretty bad suggestions.
What?
Yeah.
I listen to everything he tells me.
You got to take it with a grain of salt.
He's one of them agents of chaos.
Mhm. Yeah, kind of like that. Like he'll pretend like he loves me, but then he'll just say some really nasty things towards me,
Yeah.
and then he comes back and goes, "But I love you." I'm
I
like,
think
That's
that's
what
I
he
like
likes
that.
it nasty.
Does that hurt?
When I was talking to Annabelle the other day, it was because Dobbs and Jason were arguing on a post she made, and she'd mentioned to me, and I was like, "Oh, it's a battle of my young boys." And then I realized she doesn't watch wrestling, especially she wouldn't have no idea about New Japan. She's like, "What?" And so then I was trying to explain that they were my young boys, and it sounded very weird. I'll just say that.
Yeah, that's a term you don't want to use to somebody who's not up on things.
Then I was
in
like,
the
"Oh,
rest-
it's a term in Japanese wrestling where the younger guys they wash the veterans back."
and that doesn't make it sound any better.
They want something else for Bad News Island.
That's like a term that only works in the wrestling world. It's like if you try to use it anywhere else, you're just screwed. Don't.
So I don't know what Annabelle thinks my relationship with Dobbs and Jason is, but Andrew probably already thinks that anyway.
Thanks. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know anything. They're good guys, but Mitten, he's a lost cause. I was trying to set him straight. I was trying to give him the whole down low on Neil Jones, Jackie Jones. I was like, you can't be doing this because he had his photo published all over Facebook of like him putting his own toe into his mouth. So
Yeah,
I was trying to let him know things that he should and shouldn't do.
Why is that bad?
Because you're still using it to this day. You're still posting it.
I
all
didn't
over
take the
Facebook.
pic. Well, I did take pic, but it was his picture. He posed for it.
Yeah, well, technically, it's your photo if you took
Yeah, but
it.
he posed for it and told me to take the picture. You're
While
making it
his
sound like
toe
it's
was in his
revenge
mouth?
for it. Yes,
He was like,
that's what we were doing. We were taking pictures of Jason sucking on body parts.
Oh God!
That was the only one. I could
okay, this
post on
whole young boy thing really isn't working out for you now.
the rest of them are on my OnlyFans.
What body part was before the toe, or were you working up to that?
yeah, it depends. Yeah, do you work your way down to the toe or from the toe up?
Exactly.
So look at this
Hmm.
insurance. My
There it
claim to
is.
fame.
Bam. You're with Rob Shaw and El Presidente, and Stuttering John.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Excellent.
I don't know if Rob's a wrestling fan. I'll have him come on sometime. I don't think he is. I think he likes old school wrestling. Oh yeah, he does because he likes Hulk Hogan, Macho Man. So.
Everybody likes old school wrestling, but when
Yeah.
you start talking new stuff, that's when everybody's eyes glaze over. They're just like,
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
what happened to me.
yeah, you start telling people about the new guys, and they just don't want to hear it. They're like, it just isn't the same.
Let's see.
What about your boy CM Punk and Nick Nemeth, Jackie Jones?
Yeah, fuck Nick Nemeth.
They're getting this whole
That whole thing's like super lame, honestly.
yeah, and it's not even like a lawsuit or anything. It's just a complaint, isn't it? Like he's just
And
like
they offer him like a 3-year to pay him off in like a 3-year contract sum or something. Like, dude, like you would have made out like a bandit over like you're never gonna be shit. You should have just took the money. And look, what did he expect to happen when he's like trashing like a main star? And he's a nobody.
I will agree to that. He did kind of start it. I mean, why did he have to?
Yeah, he wasn't part of it. You know what I mean?
Start posting all that stuff. He could have just minded his own business.
These wrestlers need to stay off the Twitter.
Mm-hmm. But I know what's going to happen if he did try to bring up a lawsuit, they're going to say, well, he was terminated. So, that's what their defense will be. So he needs to just forget about it.
Yeah, he's fuck that dude.
Well, I don't want to.
You're a big Nemeth, brother, Mark.
I am. I want them to. They're teaming together now, aren't they? And lighting the world of TNA on fire.
Yes, big time.
But Jackie Jones, I have some other questions, but I
What's
didn't.
that, Inchman?
I didn't want to ruin any of the listeners' questions. Did they bring up what was that other thing I wanted to talk about? I'll think of it later. Go ahead. What do you got?
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes.
How many times have we answered this?
Like I probably 85.
Yes. It does take place during Christmas.
Yeah, and the whole score is Christmas music.
Yeah. So
I saw it at the New Bev on Christmas Eve like 4 or 5 years ago, and I was like, oh shit, this is a Christmas movie. Gabe Kidd recently called out Randy Orton on social media. Are you intrigued?
Who's Gay Kid? Who are we talking about here? Lexar, do you know who they are?
Lexar asked the
I
question.
think Kid is an indie wrestler that's trying to get noticed by WWE. I guess. I'm not sure.
Davey Deadmans. I have no idea who any of you are talking about. Remember the Sandman? Exit live.
I like this. I remember what I was going to ask. What do you think about this stuff about GCW and AEW and they pulled Willie Mack from all GCW shows?
Again, people are saying that Tony Khan's a villain here. Like he's not. He was letting guys go to GCW. Effie went on the internet. I did a podcast, like totally ripping the man apart. So he pulled this talent from AEW. I mean, what did they expect to happen?
Yeah.
If WWE, if WWE was letting their talent wrestle for your company,
which would never happen,
yeah,
unless they're basically owned by WWE, which is what's going on right now.
And then you went on a podcast and you're like, Triple H is, a loser, and he just married his way into the company, blah, blah. What do you think would happen? Do you think they'd be like, oh yeah, this is cool. Well, let's send Kevin Owens to no, they're gonna
let's give him more people.
Yeah, you're not gonna be working with them anymore. He's not the villain here. That was stupid. There's no other. You could say you think he's right or whatever, but he was stupid. It was a dumb thing to do if you want to continue to work with them.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a bad move, especially if Effie's high up in the management. Even if he's a wrestler, it's a bad move. You know, just keep your mouth shut. And I know they're all pissed about talent. Yeah, and I know they're pissed about them running the Hammerstein, but it's like they're not going to kill the crowd for him. I don't think. I mean, I think they would go to both shows, if they can.
Yeah, GCW has a buzz, and
Yeah.
they have a good following.
So have
Lexar
they?
could be-
Are they trying to hire Matt Cardona now just to get him away from GCW?
Maybe.
I mean, that's a
Lex-
little vindictive if that's the case.
Lexar, are you a big Effie fan?
He does come on to Elton John.
Oh, no. There you go.
I'm a big Elton John fan. Am I like Effie now? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
You are kind
I
of the
saw-
Effie of in your head.
I saw Effie wrestle live a couple times when I went to GCW shows back in a couple years ago.
Did you ever Lexar Effie?
No. I shook
Well,
his hand. But
I've never even seen the person perform. I'm not even
I'm not a fan. I'll be honest. I've seen
really.
him. Yeah.
I haven't seen him wrestle or anything. So
Lexar, Lillian Garcia says she got legitimately injured after being slapped by Stephanie McMahon. What a lightweight.
doesn't surprise me though. It does seem like Stephanie would just lay it in. I mean, total disregard for her fellow human. Just
Yeah.
I'll just lay this in as hard as I can, just so it looks good for my television. Like, and if she would have just worked it a little bit, nobody would have noticed. I mean, who wants to see Lillian Garcia get like the holy hell slapped out of her by Stephanie McMahon? I mean, you can work it a little. I mean, you don't need to just. And she's not like a wrestler or anything. It's not like she's claiming to be a tough person. So it's like, well, why are you laying it in on freaking Lillian Garcia? Just because she's like a vindictive bitch like her old man. She's got like that crazy satanic mindset of Vince going on.
This is an interesting idea, but it's actually not. It's not accurate at all, Dave. Though, think AEW is using GCW as a feeder territory. No, not at all. It's just they left Ricky Starks go there. There's not like people from GCW ever appear on AEW, and they never mentioned on the show.
Yeah, there's been rare occasions, but it's like they just bring them up just to give them a tryout. I think like that Mansoor guy.
They never mention GCW on the show or anything.
No, they never bring up GCW at all. So
they had Nick Gage in AEW television once.
Yeah, but it wasn't. They didn't say he was from GCW or anything. And it's not like that was like a guy in training or anything. That guy's like in his 40s.
I did watch Paul Walter Hauser on the that RC City show, or what's his name?
Were you afraid like the time continuum would like explode when like you're watching yourself on TV, like an alternate version of yourself?
No, well, he has hair and I don't, so I can tell the difference.
So if you would go to Bosley, do you think you would just become him? You guys would merge into one?
Perhaps.
You think he watches in your head and he's like, "That's me if I trade my head"?
Maybe he wants to use me as a stunt double. Maybe
that would be good. Like, would you get thrown around in movies and stuff?
Sure. That's better than what I'm doing now. So
is it? Will you like break your head?
I don't mean right this instant. I mean
become like a cripple. You're like, that was worth it.
Depends what they're paying.
$50.
Nah, not $50. I tell you though, I think your brother has a career as a stunt man. It looks like he can take some.
Hell yeah! I've been throwing him around his whole life.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for Arbor Day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he takes a pretty mean bump in that. Like so. Mm-hmm. You ever take me?
Maybe you should like make him do like more bumps in your future films.
Let's do a flat back bump.
Mm-hmm.
Get thrown off a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretend your house, like do like Mick Foley, like he jumps off a roof of the house, like you throw him off. A la Undertaker, Mankind, Hell in a Cell. You just like throw him off the roof of the house.
Exactly.
I say that though, but if I probably tried to do like a little stunt or something, I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't do it. Very well.
Yeah, you would have been like,
It
Lexar,
probably
book
hurt,
one.
and it probably just looked like crap too. And I was just like,
That's how Lexar broke his leg.
Oh,
No, I got hit by a car.
I mean, that's your cover story, but how no one was there. How do we know it's really what happened?
It's on a highway, and a couple of fans saw it.
did you ask him if it looked good? Like you getting hit by the car? Like was it
No.
like action
Yeah,
packed?
did you run into the highway and like try to dive over the car, like do a leapfrog or something?
No. It
Well,
just-
Roddy Piper
just-
says you just got to take it. Like you got to go into it instead of like trying to avoid it. You just got to like brace yourself and take
Yeah,
it.
did you try to give the car the big boot like Hulk Hogan when it was coming at you?
No.
I'm scared of cars.
Did you try the Jerry Lawler thing?
I think anybody would be scared of a car if it was speeding at you.
I would.
Yes,
They just
you
smile
would.
and wave at cars.
Did you just jump in front of it, or like what happened?
No, I tried to like run, like tried to walk, but the car just sped up, and I tried to back up, and then the car
You
hit my
tried to
leg.
back up whenever it hit you?
No, I was trying to back up, trying to walk.
It was
Oh.
coming, so it's coming. So you're trying to walk, and then you try to run, and then you
Yeah.
realize you can't, and then you try to back up.
Yeah, then the car hit me.
Damn.
There you go.
I see.
Hit my leg.
Dang.
Did you get any sympathy? Did any of the nurses or any women there like, oh man, look at this guy, and start,
Like, let me hold your car.
Yeah, the couple of friends like that went to the show, like drive up to the accident and say, "Oh man, you alright?" No, I told them the car hit my leg, and they called the ambulance, and yeah, the ambulance
Did
and
you get any
local
money from
authorities came in
get
there.
any money from the driver?
You know those like lawyer things on daytime TV
Yeah,
where
like,
if you get hurt by accident, you call
you should have
this
called
number.
Saul. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. But you know those like line prints. There's a certain case it doesn't come the outcome of the other cases that you see. So I only got paid like $9,000. Cheap,
Damn, that's pretty good.
cheap
That's
as
pretty good.
shit. No, I should be paid 20,000.
Damn, I don't know. Do
Even-
you ever think of
even-
jumping in front of another car to make another $9
Even my
grand?
boss said it.
Take it to
Even my
WrestleMania?
boss said they treated you cheap. You should got like $20,000, 30,000, or 50,000.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah. Do that. Agree.
Give him a Kazoom type.
Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
jump in front of another car to try to get WrestleMania tickets?
No, I try to get it the old-fashioned way, trying to win the lottery.
Oh, I'd say become a prostitute.
No, that's a stripper's like.
I got me a
Goodness.
Powerball ticket tonight. Yeah.
Really?
I can buy them digitally now though in my state, so I can just get on an app and buy 'em.
Damn. Like, let me buy 9,000 tickets.
It does make you just want to buy more, and it's like, so I know it's a dangerous road, so I try to control myself.
Zack Sabre Jr. was the first non-Japanese cat to win the Tokyo Sports MVP since Bob Sapp in 2002.
A wrestling cat is interesting.
Yeah,
I would watch
interesting
it, but it's
thing
gonna
to
be a
do that.
wrestling cat.
Yeah, back in the day they had the wrestling bears, but they didn't have any wrestling cats.
You had Ernest Miller.
That's true.
Mhm.
Somebody call your mama.
Somebody called my mom.
Did your mom? What happened when you got hit by a car? What did your mom do? Did she hit you with a shoe? So you don't.
No, she got real worried, and like she had to like get a phone call from my brother like to know that I'm injured in that car accident.
You have a brother?
What is that?
That's my.
What's
pal.
that, Incher?
I'm Megan
Oh,
Miller.
that's it.
Oh, it's mega bucks. If Venture wins, I want you guys to know I've always thought of Venture not just my best friend, but like my brother.
I won't.
Now he's just gonna spend that money to go to WrestleMania. I'm sure. Go to his first WrestleMania.
119 million. And if I went to WrestleMania, I'd probably have like a quarter of that. So it's
That will cover one night, sir.
it's like I can't bring my kids, and no, just you.
How old's your brother, Alexar?
He's like younger than me. He's like
Well, I mean,
I
is
say
he
like
53 or is he like 39? I don't know.
no,
A
he's
big
like
range.
he's like 36 or something. 36 or 37.
Is your brother allowed to go to the strip club?
Not anymore. I think he's like
Got kicked
engaged.
out too?
He's engaged, so he's not allowed because his wife won't let him, or his future wife.
Mhm.
Did he propose to a stripper?
No, she like I think they met each other like in a training gym because he was training for MMA. So there's this girl who also in training, and like they get to talk to each other, and they like hung out, and like they're dating.
Why didn't you train for MMA like your brother?
Yeah.
Just don't have like not interested.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
Mhm. Smacking your ass.
Anything
You
expensive.
think you do you think you could become a gigolo?
Like Buff Bagwell.
Exactly. Jake Hagar says that Tony.
Do you ever
Khan
see that
didn't want
show, like where he's like doing the gigolo stuff?
No.
It's pretty explicit. Like it's
Really?
basically a pornography.
Damn. Do you
You
see
see,
any
you see him going down to the Y.
whoa, really? Wow.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, Buff.
How much does that cost?
And he said he like did that by mistake, and it's like, how do you do that by mistake? You gotta know that's what
That's
you're doing.
probably like a certain amount, I would think.
Yeah.
Man, how much would we have to pay him to do that live on In Your Head, do you think?
I don't know.
$20
Like, he's got to eat out Miss Destiny.
times that hard.
So, we got to see if Miss Destiny's down with that too.
That does not important. No.
I think that's wrong on so many levels.
You can tell him what the furniture.
And I'll have no part of it, and I'll just put this up. I might sit here and just be behind the cam, like watch what's going on, but I'll have no part of it.
Jake Hagar says that Tony Khan didn't even want him in AEW. Your thoughts? Well, if that's true, why the fuck was he there for 4 years and did shit all?
You took his money, didn't you? You know?
Yeah, fuck Jake Hagar. He sucked. He was completely worthless in the company. Let's be honest. Besides the hat, the funny hat, he fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And he was there
probably-
forever and had like 5 matches.
So who was Tony making happy to like keep him in the
Jericho.
company?
Maybe JR.
Was it? No, JR is a big Jack Swagger guy. He's like, I'm Jack Swagger.
Hey, this is a blue chipper here.
Love that damn
Look at
Jack.
this stud.
You know who else you need, Tony? You need that
Dr. Death Steve Williams. You gotta bring him in.
you gotta bring him back from the grave. Then you gotta get that Matt Morgan in here. Oh, he's a blue chip. He's pretty great. Like I watched that like Tough Enough that he was on, and like JR was like salivating like how bad he wanted him. He's like, Matt Morgan.
Do you think that's why they give him the stuttering gimmick? It was just like a big like a joke on Jim Ross. Like Jim Ross likes this guy, let's fucking bury him.
Probably. That sounds like something Vince would do.
David, yeah. I mean Vince and Pat are just laughing in the background.
And Bruce is definitely one of those people that's like does Vince McMahon's will, and then he acts like it was serious. Like he's trying to convince me that he thought the Red
Red
Rooster was a
Rooster.
good idea. That's
Who get-
impossible.
Who gets all the chicken pussy in the hen house? It's the rooster. It's like, what the dude? Shut the fuck up.
And if
Yeah,
that's
that's what you
true that
want.
they really think that, that's even like strange on another level. Where they're like, yeah, he's the rooster that goes around and it's like,
Fuck
who the
up.
fuck thinks like that?
Like they just watch cartoons all day.
You're the foghorn leghorn of the WWE.
I'll say there. I'll
Now,
say,
wait
say,
a
boy,
minute.
Dan Hansen gets new merchandise despite being out of AEW TV for almost a year. Who the hell is Dan Hansen?
Danhausen.
Danhausen.
Oh, Danhausen.
Oh, you wrote Dan Hansen. I thought this was like Stan Hansen.
That was autocorrect.
I was,
That was autocorrect.
I was
stuff.
thinking it was
that they
another
did
member
that.
of the Hansen brothers.
Yeah.
It's like Bop.
Fuck
So
Dan
Dan
Hansen.
Danhausen gets
They say he doesn't want to go. They're like, we will have like all these deals for you. He's like, I'd rather go work the indies. Then fucking leave. Then get fired. Then fire his ass.
They
Fire
said
him.
Tony.
So you've got to be on our TV or you're not employed.
I saw a thing where Tony's considering letting Ray Phoenix go, which he should. He
Yeah.
should just let all these
Now
guys
that's
go.
a guy who gave his body to the company. I mean, the guy like his fucking leg, when his leg like broken like in half, it looked like, and then
Mhm.
miraculously he was all right, fairly. And
Well-
now he wants that, and he's actually his contract expired, but they tacking on time for being injured. But he wasn't a guy that just was like, I'd rather do something else. Like Rusev, I wanted to go sit home like Rusev or Danhausen. Fuck those guys should be fired. Ray Phoenix should just be let go if he wants out of his. He really already fulfilled his contract.
Yeah. I don't like that he's saying inhumane conditions. Like, I mean, you're being paid like a lot of money to be in AEW. How's that inhumane? And I think the issue was like, from the reports that I heard on Figure 4 online, he was saying that he was upset that he had to go find his own doctors and stuff to like.
I can see that. I can see it.
You go well. I think that's actually good. They say WWE, they take care of everything. Like you can't pick your own doctor. You got to go and do what they want.
For it, yeah, you can't just be like, I go.
But there could be a situation where you're not comfortable with a certain.
Well,
doctor.
then you should pay for it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just. I mean, that's
So
not
it's like
works.
they give you that option, AEW, where you can pick whoever you want, and they'll pay for it in the end.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. then, yeah.
But you have to pay for it up front, and then they'll reimburse you.
Oh, I see.
And I guess that was the issue, according to.
Well, I
Albert.
mean, that stuff can be like 10
or what?
I'd have to know more details, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he has all the details either. He wasn't saying that's exactly what the issue was,
Right.
but I think that's good in a way because there was a situation where I was having surgery and I was advised not to go with a certain surgeon, and so I'm kind of glad that I did take that advice, and then because I heard some bad things.
Did you
So-
get a penis enlargement?
Oh shit, man! You're not supposed to bring that up. You know that.
I thought there was a large presence in the room. Hey, everybody, this is my new friend Dick.
Hmm.
Damn.
But so I mean, it's nice that AEW does give them, that they can choose their doctor. I mean, I think both ways are acceptable, but I do think it's nicer in a way that you can go with whoever you choose. So it's with the box cutter.
Not enough of you, bitch. No.
Okay.
He's on doing that dental surgery.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, the insurance, like, I don't think you should go to Jackie Jones and his box cutter. I think you should go to an actual surgeon.
Mhm.
Like, well, he told me he'd do it for $50 super chat.
And Dom second one.
I don't think I'm going to go to Jackie Jones for any of my surgery.
Did you ever see the movie Intrahuman Centipede?
Yeah, I watched the first one.
Maybe we could do a little Human Centipede
I think I even
His
talked
own
about it on
version.
Without Your Head. Like, I think I said it was pretty good.
It is.
Yeah,
I
but-
think it's a surprisingly good movie because I think people think it's really gross, but it's really like a mad scientist movie, and it's really not graphic. Honestly, the second one's very graphic. Anyway, Stevie is here. Stevie! Yeah!
I guess I joined the show just in time for the penis talk. Oh boy.
Well, that could be anytime.
Yeah.
Isn't it always just time for the penis talk?
Steven's pretty hard on for some penis.
Damn! Damn! You know what he meant by that, Lexar?
Oh yeah.
Did you hear that Lexar got kicked out of the strip club, Steven?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Getting a little too aggressive with the strippers there.
No, just taking pictures.
Oh no, we
What
shouldn't do that.
The thing that we told you not to do like years ago, Lexar. And I think you got off lucky that they just kicked you out and banned you for life. Because they normally beat the hell out of people when they're doing stuff like that.
I don't think they could do that because the patron could like sue them and the club.
Yeah, strip clubs
That's
always do
awesome.
things on the up and up there. Yeah.
So was this just one strip club, Lexar, or are you banned in the whole city?
No, just one.
Just
Just
one.
one that I know of. But I advise a strategy that I could go back, but it's going to be at a different time, different date, different night. And because I did my research, I looked at the club because they do have a website, and they have different managers on there. So the guy that banned me, the other managers don't know who I am. So I could go there and probably there's a different manager there that night.
You
And
know,
probably he would
Really
let
talk,
me-
Lexar.
you know, at casinos where when they ban you, they have like a network where they post your information, and like if you go to like another casino, that they'll stop you a lot of times if you're like known to be like a card counter or something. You
Mhm.
could be on that database for the strip clubs, maybe like if
Yeah,
you-
but that strip club is it's kind of like a mom and pop strip club with like it's like a different family, like different like it's like this whole
some wholesome families out behind the scenes running the strip club. They're like,
yeah.
Mom and
What I
pop
hear is like a father, uncle, and brother like own the club, and so like
Anybody
and they
else there?
put certain people in charge. And they have like certain multiple managers at the club. So I think they're like 4 or 3. So the only person there is like he knows what I look like, but the other two or 3 managers don't know who I am, and they don't have a network because they don't check IDs. They only check an ID if you look very young. So if your butler looks like 20 years younger, that he had to show ID. And like
I've never
like,
known a club like that not to check IDs, so that is questionable, especially in the place where alcohol is served.
no, they don't usually check their IDs. Like it was just kind of strange, but if they do look very young, they check for IDs. But if you're like an old guy, like if you think ass master, it's like, okay, what beer you want? They don't check IDs.
Did you just say Baby Snake Ass Master is old?
Yeah,
He doesn't look that old. I think he's kind of young.
I mean, not enough to drink.
He's probably
He
looks
doesn't-
like
he
I think
doesn't
he's the
have a-
youngest looking guy on here.
I'd say he's kind of
Yeah.
young looking for his age. I mean,
Yeah,
he's older
He's
than
like
I am.
he's like 57. He looks like he's probably like 30.
Yeah, for real.
How old
I'm
is
45.
Lexar? Lexar is like what 27, but he looks like he's like
I'm 41.
damn. You're an old fucker. Damn. Actually, I think you're the
Yep.
youngest one here.
You're more older than I am.
Yeah, but I look fucking sweet.
What?
You can go with a strip
Here.
club if you want.
Intro disagrees.
Intro does like he looks like. Intro always tells me that I'm ruggedly handsome.
Regularly handsome, yes.
All right. When he's jacking
Troy,
off.
the flea here in the chat room, he says, "What's wrong with being 57?"
Exactly nothing. That is how many sauces there are from Heinz.
And they have a nice 57 steak sauce. That's good too.
Boom!
No, that was just a number. There was never a 57 products ever. It was just a number
What?
that
You say Heinz is like pulling the shade over our
Yes.
eyes, and they're
there's a
saying that
weird history video about that.
Damn.
Weirdest-
What was it? What was it about 57? They're like, this is the
He-
number that will really
He
impress
just- he
people.
just
Like,
dug it.
what? Fuck the 42nd sauce. The
Yeah.
17th sauce. Who gives a shit? The 57th. Holy
Yeah, exactly.
shit. We're going to buy it. Yeah.
next thing you're going to tell me is that Baskin Robbins doesn't have 32 flavors.
Probably they don't.
Damn. An inch really doesn't have a 1 inch wiener?
Wow.
Like you don't know.
I
You
was
kept
trying to be
screaming
nice.
to Buku.
Add a little bit for you. All right.
It
Is it
drove
time?
your place in the passenger seat right in front.
Mhm.
Yeah, they dumped it in.
Is it time once again, Incher? Is it time to hear all about it, Inchman? Are you pumped? Are you ready for the...
Wait a minute.
We need, after our 2 hours, a 2-hour wait, let's get to the raw report.
No, fucking Incher. Fucking Incher. That guy's hilarious. I don't know who he is, but
This is just saying that he has
Just be funny.
57 because 5 was his lucky number and 7
Watch-
was his wife's.
Watch
lucky
the
number.
weird history video.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that good.
It's
you
Robert.
you're right there too.
Well, I'll check out the video, Ludite.
There definitely was no 57 products. So.
I can see the bottom here. I can see everyone when they're backstage when the video's playing, and every time that really strong guy starts punching the screen during that Raw video, Incher flinches. When he starts getting into the boxing stance, Incher he starts flinching. It's kind of funny.
Wow. It's embarrassing.
Interesting.
It is a little embarrassing.
All
I'll
right,
just
so now it's time for the Raw report. What the hell? Incher's gonna go rub one out.
No, like so you can't see me flinching.
Oh, okay. 2 for flinching.
Yeah.
Did you play that as a kid? Someone flinched and you hit him 2 times? 2 for flinching.
Yeah, we used to play that. We got it from Stand By Me.
Oh,
Now-
we just did it before that.
Like, let me ask you, did you do this one? Did you have the saying save? Like, save. Because, like, I'm going to smack you in the back of the head later on for saying something stupid.
No, never heard of it.
Like, somebody would look at it. Well, maybe this is only a thing around me, but people would look at you and then they'd be like, save. Like, when you say something stupid. Like say, my wiener's 10 inches. And then somebody would look at me and be like, save. And then they'll smack me in the back of the head. So they're saving it for later.
With their 10-inch penis?
I couldn't think anything, but you guys had me. Go ahead. No, let's just get out of this. Let's do the Raw report.
Penis on the brain.
Shut up,
It's
Bruce.
usually in his ass.
See, look at what you did. All your fault, Bruce. You do look old.
Oh, shit.
All right, Raw report it up, boy.
Well, this week, folks, Monday Night Raw comes to you from Wichita, Kansas. And the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General Gunther, makes his way to the ring.
I like that wrestling.
So Gunther, last week, Gunther destroyed Dirty Dominic Mysterio and then got some coup de grace from Finn Balor. So he gets in the ring and he says, Finn Balor, you have made a great mistake. So anyway, he cuts a promo on Finn Balor, and but now you have my undivided attention for Saturday night's main event. So just as soon as he starts talking, Finn Balor, actually the whole Judgment Day job squad comes down to the ring. Dirty Dom, JD McDonough, Carlito, and Finn Balor. And, once again, Finn is saying, Gunther, you could have given me a title match. But instead, you choose to mess with me and with someone, and you give it to somebody who didn't deserve it. And so he's referring to Dirty Dom getting the match last week. Actually, it wasn't Dirty Dom it wasn't Gunther that gave the match. It was Pierce.
Yeah, he kind of talked him into it. He said like he was going to take him on later on that night. So, from what I remember.
Yeah. So he says Saturday night's main event is going to be nothing like Survivor Series. No, I think it was Gunther saying, or it was Balor saying, you retain the title because of me. And at Saturday night's main event, you will lose the title because of me. And so I think Balor mentioned it's been 8 years since he's been world champion and I think it was Gunther who says, yeah, you were world champion for a day or something like that. But anyway, like all four guys slowly make their way into the ring. And Gunther is there by himself. There was no Ludwig Kaiser with him, so he was by himself. And they jump Gunther. But so Damian Priest makes the save for Gunther, and Gunther thanks him by beating him up. So the crowd, the crowd was cheering Damian Priest for saving Gunther, and then booing Gunther for Gunther basically beating up on Damian Priest. And so Priest attacks. Basically, Priest beat the crap out of all four members of the Judgment Day, which is not surprising. But then Balor came back, and this is when Balor was booked really strong here. He basically hit the coup de grace, jumped off of the ring apron, and was hitting Gunther with coup de graces. And then Damian, the other guys helped. They held down Damian Priest, and then Balor hit about 3 coup de graces on Damian Priest.
Damn!
And so Damian Priest and Gunther were left laying, and the Judgment Day were
There he is.
These guys are kind of like even Finn. Maybe Finn's the only strong guy in the team, but still that's not saying much. Backstage segment, The Miz and the Final Judgment, which is Karrion Kross and his guys, the AOP. It's announced that they're going to wrestle the Wyatt Six later on. Coming back from the commercial break, they announce once again that Saturday night's main event will feature the return of Jesse the Body Ventura. Jesse is looking kind of long in the tooth if you look at him recently.
He's old.
Yeah, he's like, he was around like 40 years ago doing
40 years ago. Yeah. So he's probably in his 70s by now.
Yeah, he's almost the oldest Baby Snake Assmaster.
Yeah, for sure.
So we get another backstage segment. You have Finn Balor celebrating with the Judgment Day when Adam Pearce shows up, and he basically says, he says, as a result of what happened tonight, Saturday night's main event, it will be Finn Balor versus Gunther versus Damian Priest. It'll be a triple threat match. I'm still thinking Gunther is going to retain that title. I simply can't see Damian Priest getting the belt back. I can't see Finn Balor getting the belt back. So I'm calling it right now. Gunther is going to retain the title. Excuse me. Anyway, Finn Balor was not amused. So we get our opening match of the night is the actual 8-man tag team match. Karrion Kross, Akam and Razor, and The Miz taking on Bo Dallas, or Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, and Dexter Lumis. And we had the usual, I'll say this. Right now, the Wyatt 6 is only an entrance. I really pop for the entrance. But once they get in the ring, it's just kind of same old. Scarlett usually doesn't do much in these matches, but Nikki Cross actually she did a swan dive off of, I think it was either the top turnbuckle or the stairs, and took out Scarlett. And then we had this time it was, and it was actually the heels that won the match. You had Uncle Howdy going for the Sister Abigail, but Miz broke it up. He tried the mandible claw on the Miz, but this kind of reminds me of way back in the 70s and 80s. It was Paul Ellering with some dust, some sort of powder that he flung in, I think it was Uncle Howdy's face, and it allowed Karrion Kross to hit his finishing move, the final prayer, on him and pin him. I remember seeing people using powder way back in the 70s. This is probably way back.
Oh yeah, people used a lot of powder in the 70s.
Yeah. So good old Paul Ellering brought that back. So we get a videotape of a woman named Jackie interviewing CM Punk. She asks about the favor that Paul Heyman owes him, and Punk basically says it's a personal thing. It goes back years, and he's not going to talk about it. He does. He mentions Seth Rollins. He says, I don't hate Rollins. But he mentions that Rollins was a 16-year-old who idolized him. And so we come back from the commercial break. We get our second match of the night, a non-title match, Dakota Kai versus Liv Morgan. And this one was the Women's World Champion. She hit her Oblivion on Liv Morgan. You had the worst named team in wrestling, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and the other girl, the Pure Fusion Collective, came down to the ring, and they beat up
Dakota Kai.
Yeah, Dakota Kai. They beat up on Dakota Kai, but Io Sky, Io Sky and Kairi Sane came down, I think, and but it was Liv Morgan who had the final, who took out Io Sky with the Oblivion, because they have a title match on Saturday night's main event. We have a video of Drew McIntyre saying Hell in a Cell was the most violent match of his career. He succumbed to blood loss. He also talks about Survivor Series. He turned on Survivor Series. He saw CM Punk side by side with Roman Reigns. He saw Sami Zayn, Jimmy and Jey Uso. And so he said, that's why I attacked, that's why I attacked Sami Zayn. He admitted to taking out Jey Uso. So everybody kind of thought that's probably who attacked him last week. Coming back from the commercial break, there's a video package of the New Day, basically calling out Big E and So when we come back from the segment, it's you see the door to Adam Pearce's office opens. Adam Pearce comes out, and he's with Cody Rhodes. And I was wondering, like, they didn't explain why Cody was there, but I guess that's sort of to be continued as to why was Cody Rhodes on Raw, because it really didn't say anything. But Cody just kind of looks at the New Day, and he's they just kind of look at each other. There was no interaction other than they're just looking at each other, and Cody's kind of disgusted with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. So then we get Seth Rollins comes down to the ring, a lot more talking. He takes his time coming down to the ring, and he addresses CM Punk. And he admits, when he was a teenager, he was, he said he idolized him, but he says, CM Punk, you're a fraud and a con man. If you want, if you want the truth about him and CM Punk, I'll give it to you. So at one time he says, "Yeah, CM Punk, you were the best. You were the best in the world, and you did help me get my foot in the door in WWE, and I respected you. We were friends." Yeah, this is kind of like your generic promo I've probably heard 1,000 times before. If the story ended there, you might wonder why I hate CM Punk so much. But it's once again they go back to Punk. You left again. Why you walked out of the doors of this company, and then you called me and you texted me. Anyway, this is why they're trying to build a feud between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. I wish they'd just go back to. I wish they would just simply say, "CM Punk, I hate your guts. You were a traitor to the WWE." Like I'm sure there's some real life heat between these two because Punk walked out 10 years ago or 11 years ago now. Just get on that instead of all this trying to build a story about it, But anyway, Sami Zayn interrupts.
Who wants the story in wrestling?
I just like two guys beating the crap out of each other. Let's just do that.
Just meat on meat.
Hell yeah! Just like me and Incher in the hotel at FanFest.
Mm-hmm. Jack and screaming, "Please stop, Incher, please!"
Don't let that Karnak any bitches.
But Sami Zayn comes down, and Sami is very apologetic towards Seth Rollins, and he basically says, it was wrong of me to assume you attacked Jey Uso backstage, and I apologize.
Is Incher lubing up that rod?
No, it's glue.
Oh, okay. That's probably gonna hurt if you shove it up your ass with the glue on it.
No, I'm trying to fix my back scratcher.
Oh, okay. All right. So go on, Stevie.
Anyway, this went on and on again. Rollins basically says, "Yeah, we've been friends for 20 years. Our kids play together." Like I'm getting kind of tired of this. I wish Rollins probably should have just popped Sammy again. That would have been fine. But instead, Rollins leaves the ring, and Sammy's by himself. And guess what? Drew McIntyre attacks him again and leaves him laying. So I guess now instead of Braun Breaker beating up Sami Zayn week after week after week, I guess it's going to be Drew McIntyre. So coming back from the commercial break, once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament first round. Triple threat. Ivy Nile versus Zelina Vega versus Lyra Valkyria. So this time we get the former NXT girl Lyra Valkyria gets the win, so she advances in the tournament. We get a backstage segment of Rhea Ripley warming up for her match, and Damian Priest just walks up to her and says, "Eradicate." So we come back from the commercial break. Everyone's favorite backstage interviewer and mine, very sexy, Kathy Kelly, is there with the New Day.
New Day.
But Xavier Woods, he doesn't want to talk to her. In fact, he doesn't even want the cameraman to film him. So
Pinter's cleaning up with a Kleenex over there.
No, it's a paper towel. Good Lord. This is a paper towel, Jack. It's a paper towel.
Does that soak up the jizz?
Well, yeah.
Is it a bounty?
All right. Stevie Robert.
So Xavier Woods takes the camera, and he basically becomes the cameraman for part of this segment, and he follows Kofi Kingston through the gorilla position, through the curtain, and onto the stage.
Gorilla glue.
And the crowd is giving them massive heat. I don't know whether this was legitimate heat or whether this was sweetened booze or not, but it was pretty loud. And they go down to the ring. They get in the ring and they try to cut a promo, but they're interrupted by all the crowd noise. Again, when it's WWE, I'm kind of suspect of anything on the screen. So whether that crowd noise was legit or not, anyway, they just gave up and didn't even cut a promo, and they just walked out. So coming back from the commercial break, it is the main event of the evening.
Main event. Do you think that's why Rampage got canceled? Because they get rid of Mark Henry?
Oh, of course. They're like, no Mark Henry, no Rampage.
Damn.
It is anything goes. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez. This was was just two girls beating the crap out of each other, which was fine. In fact, Rhea Ripley went up the rampway to attack Raquel Rodriguez. Didn't even wait. I think she didn't even wait for a ring entrance or ring introduction, and they just started brawling. And they immediately got out all the toys, chairs, and I think kendo sticks. And
was any of the toys named after other wrestlers?
Unfortunately, no. So there was like a bunch of chairs and kendo sticks in the ring. Rhea Ripley used a kendo stick on Raquel, but Raquel grabbed one. I thought that was pretty good, but Rhea came back with a boot, a missile drop kick. Good back and forth between these two. Went through a couple of commercial breaks, and at one point, what's her name? Liv Morgan came down to the ring and got interfered in the match, but Rhea Ripley was able to fight her off. And also, it was Io Sky who came down to the ring and did a springboard on Liv Morgan and took her out, allowing Rhea Ripley to I think she hit her move, I can't even remember Rhea Ripley's move.
Riptide or something like
the
that?
Riptide, that's right. So Raquel went for the Tejana bomb. Rhea got out of it. She hit the Riptide, I think, through a chair or through a table. She hit the Riptide through a table, flattened Raquel, and pinned her amidst all the garbage of the broken table, and pinned Raquel Rodriguez 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. like I said, I just like two men or two girls just beating the crap out of each other.
Hell
Yes,
yeah, beat that ass.
you had some interference and you had some garbage, but
Beat it.
nonetheless,
Beat
when
it. Don't you make me repeat it.
it's just great. I kind of like this main event. I thought once again for a 2-hour Raw there was way too much talking, but they were advancing storylines, so the wrestling was okay. I'll give this one a grudging thumbs up.
Damn, Entry. He was telling me how much he loved it when we were talking in bed that night. Pillow talk about Raw.
What? I wasn't telling you anything that I loved in bed that night.
What?
Except some pizza. That was pretty good.
A pepperoni stick.
Hickory stick.
Whatever happened to Freaky Seeky?
He's still on my Facebook.
Maybe everyone blocks me after a while.
It seems like.
He's still here.
We've got like 4 or 5 people that I've brought up recently, and you're like, I think I'm blocked on their Facebook.
So, are you guys gonna watch Saturday night's main event this week?
I really wasn't going to, but I might. And then what if I watched it and I did a post show extravaganza?
Ooh, post show.
The pleasure would be all ours.
Hell yeah. Hits through the roof, Incher.
Mm-hmm. I got to work Saturday.
Incher probably, yeah, as I say, Incher probably can't. I don't know. I might. I might watch it. I really.
Saturday night.
I've gone over my whole. I think there's a nostalgia factor. That's really the only calling card to it.
Yeah.
You get Jesse and the idea and the name, but there's no real like reason for this kind of show anymore since you have main event matches every single week, multiple times a show, and you have competitive matches on every show for hours. Back in the day, you just had squash matches on TV, and then to see like Hillbilly Jim versus Dino Bravo, or like you had to actually watch the Saturday night's main event. Besides that, it'd be like Mike Sharp versus what?
You want to save Hillbilly Jim for the big show.
Exactly. It's like, damn, I get to see Hillbilly Jim and Dino Bravo. Fuck, I gotta get the Saturday night's main. I go watch this show. But but today, like every show is like it's more rare that you even see a squash match. So there's no real point to it. But they're doing a good job. Like the idea of like, oh, this is that. They're doing a lot better job with this than AEW does with Battle of the Belts, which I think is the same idea. But it just doesn't have the nostalgia factor. But there's no real point to a show like that in this day.
Well, there was a Battle of the Belts back in the day.
Yeah, but now you see titles on every show. Every week you cannot go a week without seeing probably 3 or 4 title shot matches. No. So it's not like back in the day you had to go buy a ticket to see a title match. So if there was a Battle of the Belts, like, oh, this is interesting. But today there's no real point of a Clash of the Champions or Saturday night's main event. But WWE's done a good job promoting it. And Jesse Ventura on it's cool. I don't think it has a long like shelf life. I don't think like you can continue to do them. They'd really mean that much. But I think the one
before the alien taking him.
Yeah, it's just like right. He's off the grid.
Yeah, I kind of think that just to bring back old guys like me who watched Jesse 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Bring us back to Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, and hopefully under the new WWE they don't. Used to be like it'd kind of be sad they'd bring back the old guy and they just have like. They like ridicule him and like make him look like a total idiot or something. But I think under the new regime that probably won't happen. They probably won't make Jesse look like a buffoon or something.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Nothing can make Jesse look like a buffoon.
Without Jesse there, I'd probably have no interest. But Jesse, it doesn't. I like Jesse. So.
Yeah. Hard not to like Jesse.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Jack thinks Jesse's all right, but he's a big fan of the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Oh, where can I find a woman like that, like Jesse's girl?
I said the body. Is this thing on?
Where can I find Jesse's body? Where can I find a body like that, like Jesse Ventura? You think it like so? If you don't know him from the past, like if you were a kid and you only know current Jesse Ventura, would you be like, "Why is this guy called the Body?"
It probably would be kind of confusing, wouldn't it?
All right, let's get back to these questions. And Freaky Seeky's still out there. He's still my friend. He didn't block me. He didn't unfriend me.
Well, that's great. I'm glad that you guys are still bros.
Yeah, I've probably haven't spoken to him in 5-6 years, but he's still there.
Freaky
Lexar's unfriended me.
Why'd you
Not
unfriend him, Lexar?
He's lying. All lies.
Lies.
Let's see here. Intra's unfriended me.
Yep.
See?
We've all deserted you.
No, none of you get you. But there are people from the Headyverse who have blocked me. I think I'm a fucking nice guy. I'm hearing my echo.
I heard you were a card-carrying member of the Illuminati.
Whoa.
That's what
Yeah,
I
you've been
heard.
talking to Tazo.
Nah, I blocked him. Nah, I didn't block him. but
That's
he-
probably a smart choice.
yeah.
I can't find the question thread now.
You left him at mines.
Damn it. Where the hell is this shit?
I mean, you mean the questioners. I mean, the questions from the good people of the Headyverse.
No, he's looking for his actual
Yeah.
gift.
I
You
can
don't
see that
keep
right
it
there
in order.
in this square over here to my right.
Do what?
Nothing.
Well, way you're gesturing. It wasn't me. On my screen, at least.
Oh, I think I have it my flip. So
You're flipped around.
yeah, I've it mirrored so it's not confusing when I'm looking through. All right, here we go. I found it. Intra's got a good name here on the show tonight. I noticed.
What's my name? Oh, I love Jack, King of the Marks. What'd you do? Change my name, bitch?
I think I think the new system, the new AI system, it just reads your mind and picks a name that most suits you.
Here we go.
Yeah, Lexar's got a new name tonight too.
I like what the caption I wrote underneath my name. It says, "Who farted?"
Whoever smelt it dealt it.
Oh damn! Yeah, it smells like farts in here. It's pretty bad.
Dang.
If I lit a
do you
lighter, it'd be like.
Do you like the smell of farts? All right, I found the questions here. Lexar, Matt Cardona, Intra's boys, going to wrestle Chris Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Title at Final Battle. Are you intrigued? Nope.
I'm very intrigued. That's going down on the 20th, isn't it, of December? Final battle.
Hell if I know.
In New York City.
New
The Hammerstein
York
Ball.
City.
Hammerstein
Yeah,
Ballroom, Jack. You know you'd be down with that. They always
Fuck
have good
Matt
shows.
Cardona.
What?
Fuck Matt Cardona and his bendies and all his little action figures.
I don't understand the hatred for Matt Cardona.
Are you going to buy a ticket, Lexar? Are you going to head on down to Final Battle?
No, I think I'm going to Collision the next night on Saturday to see live Collision.
That sounds like
Live collision.
Ricochet says that without him, there's no AEW. Thoughts? What?
What does that even mean? Without him, there's no AEW.
Fuck
He's
Ricochet.
working.
Ricochet's away. I predicted this. He'd just be a guy. I thought maybe it would be a little bit longer, but it's been like a couple months. And honestly, do I care at all about Ricochet? Not in the least. Would the show be better or worse without him? It would be. He means nothing to the show. Absolutely nothing. He's just a guy who does some cool moves. But so there's the 50 guys in the roster who can do cool moves. You got no charisma, no personality, can't cut promos. Fuck Ricochet. Waste of money. They're paying him like a fortune, and he might as well be Nick Nemeth or Ryan Nemeth or Billy Nemeth. Who cares?
There's a Billy Nemeth?
Oh, he could be a new Nemeth, brother. That'd be
Exactly.
cool.
With that tune.
Wear a mask,
Fuck Ricochet.
full body suit, so no one could tell he's like not white.
Well,
I say, and I know my brother's here in the chat. He's going to be upset, but take Ricochet, take Okada, kick him out, and save some money. Two worthless bums.
If we take Okada, can we welcome him back?
No.
But I like Okada, the way he says
I probably like Okada. I will say he's probably giving me more entertainment than Ricochet. But he's being paid like $8 zillion.
I think he was making a welcome back Cotter pun.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would use the name that we welcome
I
back
will say Okada. Okada is more entertaining than Ricochet, but Ricochet.
I got it.
sucks.
Yeah.
Okada lost to what's his name, Daniel Garcia, in the
And then the classic.
Continental.
Or the Beast Mortos. This guy's super over, and he's been just buried. He's just the fucking jobber of the Blue League.
Mm-hmm.
Get your head out of your ass, AEW. You have these people that are over with no push, and instead of getting behind them, you're like, let's fucking bury this guy.
You posted something on Facebook that most Mexican wrestlers that
AEW has fucking buried the luchadors. They've killed off the luchadors. Anytime they come out, it's like, oh, this is a jobber match. And a lot of them are great. Commander's actually great, but what do you think of him when you hear the name Commander? You think that's a joke. This guy is I've never seen him win a match.
I never heard of the guy before, but I thought of some sort of sex play.
Do you think the CMLL promoter is upset with AEW because all of
Ludite like
I don't care if they're pissed or who cares. I just know that they're wasting these guys on the show. They could be over, but they are bums. So WCW had the luchadors, and they were special for a little while. Then when they started having them as complete jobbers, anytime they'd wrestle one of the other stars, it killed off the luchadors. Then they just became job guys, and AEW done the same. He was funny, but he still you never thought La Parka's gonna win the title or something.
La Parka was awesome.
There was a lot of them are great. Psychosis was great, but they were all just complete losers.
Yeah.
Not La Parka.
Yes, La Parka was funny, but he has natural charisma. But he never won anything of any substance.
You won my heart.
The Villanos 4-5.
Yeah, he might as well. He was entertaining Villanos 5.
Yeah.
Tony Conrucci said that All In Texas surpassed 1 million ticket sales. Are you impressed? Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's what. Look, am I happy that? I want them to do well, blah blah. But am I excited? It's very strange. Wrestling fans today get excited that the billionaires who own the company are making more money. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't watch the show and be like, I wonder how much money Tony Khan's making off the show. I wonder how much the McMahons are making a profit this year. I don't care. Does it entertain me as a fan? That's what I care.
It's entertain me.
Well, I think the reason he's saying it is because a lot of the AEW naysayers are saying that he wouldn't fill the building.
Yeah, it's their third biggest gate. That's cool. It's only about it's their biggest gate ever in the United States. I'm actually really am surprised though, because they don't seem really hot at the moment. So I was surprised the show's doing well. Good. Yeah. I hope they build it up well. That's what I want.
But a crowd will make all the difference. Just compare. Compare.
Their
like
pay-per-views almost always deliver.
Yeah.
It's the weekly shows that need help. And there's been a lot. I do like the tournament in general. I just think it always hurts certain people because you have like the last time when they had they had two guys like never win a match, and it really did hurt them. And this time we've had B Sportos who's just like complete jobber. And Commander, who I think Commander at this point is beyond any help.
Mark, he did win his match for once, I think. Well, didn't Mark win?
Yeah. Last year though, I think the last time I don't think he won. Okada.
Yeah, he was winless up until this week. So
it was a draw. Okada lost to Kyle Fletcher on Collision.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher beat Okada. That's right. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I have trouble remembering. Garcia lost to Mark Briscoe, which I liked. Yeah, I seen that one too.
Pat McAfee is returning to announce on the premiere of Raw on Netflix. Are intrigued. For the life of me, I do not understand the appeal of Pat McAfee. I find him very annoying, and not in a good like heel way. I just do not like the guy. So I don't but I can't deny people like him. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either. But if you're into
he reminds me of that guy in the 80s who would like pick on me. Being like that asshole like kid, like the older guy who would like
you'd like stick your hand in the toilet, flush it, lock in your locker.
There'd be like a turd in there.
Oh,
he'll make all these movie references and all this stuff.
You sure it wasn't Baby Ruth in the toilet?
No, I tasted it.
Oh,
that's how you enter. That's how you tell if it's a candy. That should be a new video series: candy bar or turd.
Oh God!
Just grab something, you eat it. Like, oh shit, it's a turd. Oh, candy bar.
I'm gonna throw out.
You can take that idea, Incher, and run with it. It's yours.
That's the catchphrase of the show. I think
I don't think I'm gonna run with that one. Like, who's gonna be giving it to me? Like, who's good?
I'll be giving it to you, Incher.
I meant like, I couldn't like see like if it was a candy bar or a turd before.
You just go into random public restrooms and just start bobbing in the toilet.
I can guarantee you that they're all turds at that point.
Oh shit! I finally found the candy bar.
Nah.
You used to criticize me on microwave or oven, like which one was better.
Just
but
you're like, the oven's always going to be better.
But I did think that was a good show. I think that's a good idea for a show. But don't you think that's a good idea for a show? Candy bar turd?
No, I don't.
I bet it would get
hits. It probably would. Yeah.
For sure.
It's like, but I don't need hits that bad.
But I think it's turd.
What if
and it's kind of sad what's happened to the youth of America? Like they'll just do anything for hits. Like,
what if it went viral, Incher? And you're like, and you went home one day, and your mom's like, "Hey, Sonny, I heard you went viral on the internet. Martha down the road was telling me." And then the family got together to watch it on the TV. You're like, no, don't do it. And they turned it on.
The bitch Martha down the road. She can't keep her.
And there you are, Bob.
Yap shut.
I didn't think it would be. I think you look. Don't give this away now. Don't let everyone else know this. This is between you and Incher. You got to gimmick it.
Oh, I see.
So you don't tell everybody you're eating. Like you can pack some peanut butter with some brown food coloring and pretend it's a turd, whatever. But don't tell anybody. But then you look at the camera, you're like, oh no, it's a turd.
Oh my god, it's a turd, and I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Why can't I stop?
the
I'm
rules
sorry,
I
I'm
made for
hungry.
myself.
Yikes.
Yeah, eating shit would kill you. Just so
Or
you
you'd at very least want
You'd have to
die.
do it a lot, I think.
know. I don't know.
Well, I think what it depends on the person that the
Maybe
shit
if
would
you're
have to
the
be
world's
like sick.
strongest man, it won't kill you.
So, well, that could be your show. Does eating shit kill you? And then like you eat it for like a couple months, and then at the end,
Yeah,
it's kind of
day-
like
day
your version
32.
of Super Size Me. And it's like, what effects would this have on me?
You know, that
Now-
guy was kind of proven to be a fraud. Like
know.
he was drinking all the way through Super Size Me.
Yeah.
They had his doctor saying like your liver shouldn't be like doing this. Just eating like
it
fast
was
food.
it was really fake.
Yeah.
Triple H calls WWE Raw on Netflix bigger than the Attitude Era. I mean,
Yes.
what is he gonna say though? This is gonna be not too bad.
I'm not looking forward to it, honestly. Especially 3 hours of Raw and 3 hours of SmackDown.
Yeah,
Good
it's
gosh.
way too much. God damn.
It's been so much easier to watch now that it's 2 hours, and I'm going to miss it. Won't you, Steven?
Oh yeah. So now that it's going on Netflix, I'm assuming it's going to leave Sportsnet, which is how I watch it, and so I'm going to have to cancel my Sportsnet and get Netflix Canada, I guess.
Oh, Canada!
Everything WWE is going to Netflix, the network. So you won't have the international WWE network anymore, Steven. You have SmackDown, NXT, the Premium Live Events, Raw, probably Main Event, and the WWE Network library.
I seen what Galgo was referencing here. The Serena Deeb wore the T-shirt that said "Nobody cares" with an arrow pointing up to her head. I don't think she should have drawn like attention to that. I mean, I guess it is the most press that she's had as of late. So I guess.
But look,
but I don't know if that's good.
If you run with that,
yeah.
If you run with like the person that no one cares about, I don't think that's going to be good. And people already don't care, and you bring attention to it, like you said. It's just I don't see that going well for you.
Galgo also says if Britt Baker is getting punished for saying nobody cares off mic, that is lame. It wasn't like off mic; it was clearly heard on the camera. She was saying nobody cares several times when Serena Deeb was like coming out to like show that's the next match.
Yeah.
So and you can clearly hear Punisher. She may be getting punished. I don't know.
Instead of punishing people on TV because that hurts your product. What if they start doing like corporal punishment and they just they just take her in the back and just like get a cat of nine tails. They flog her for a while.
Jesus.
Well, I don't know. It wouldn't hurt your product then, is what I'm saying.
And some of you might actually like it.
Yeah.
Use a really big ruler like
I'd like
this.
to see Toady watching, like he'd be there like
with his
Newman.
big bugged out eyes.
He'd be like Newman on a Basic Instinct, just sitting there. He's like, ooh. Yes, Punisher.
Would that get in your head hits if we recreated that scene, intro like uncrossing his legs?
I don't think it would have the same effect.
We see some intro taint and ball sack.
Why are you all about like? Why would you even have that idea though? Like honestly,
I'm just trying. I'm the idea man here.
Yeah, well.
Make sure it's shaved so it looks good.
Well, yeah, maybe it could land us a sponsorship deal with.
Would you groom me, Bruce? Would you come over, man?
I'll give you tips. Like, I could take a picture of what I do.
Galgo 13. He goes on and says Baker was correct, which we agreed with her. Nobody really does care. So.
No, I agree. No one cares, but you also can't. Like,
You can't do that as a performer. You can't just be like nobody cares when the poor girl's out there just doing her job, trying to build for another match. I mean,
WWE. Then we never had any follow up, did we?
yeah, no, I think she is being punished. Honestly, I haven't heard anything, but I think they're silently have taken her off TV again. At this point, I'm starting to think she wants to just be off TV. I think she wants to just ride out her contract.
Yeah, she's off more than she's on. Seems like she comes back,
does something
all the
new.
time, and then you see her for a week or two, and then she's gone.
I think she pisses somebody else off behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
I do think she's trouble, honestly.
Which is a shame. I mean, because she was great.
The most over woman. She was one of the. I think for a while she was legit the most over person in AEW. A few years ago.
And if she doesn't want to be a wrestler anymore, I can't blame her. I mean, hell, she is a dentist. I mean, she makes some money doing that.
You'll be a dentist.
And success.
That's hot.
Well, I agree with this. I think also you went off doing the movies, which was rough. And I think it was a huge mistake to be doing so many flip-flops with him. The fans want to cheer him, and he was super over. There was no reason to do the recent heel turn.
Yeah. I think he just wanted to be heel, but...
Yeah, it reminds me of Ric Flair. Like, there was a time where it's like Flair just is, like, obsessed with being a heel, but, like, the fans want to cheer him.
Yeah.
And they don't have this. They don't have a super baby face in AEW.
Well, Ospreay would be it, but they just freaking keep.
Yeah, they're really obsessed
lose
with having the heels just destroy all the baby faces.
I mean, Ospreay had a hell of a momentum behind him, and they just totally.
I said earlier, when you're off, I agree 100%. He should have been the. This was something I thought Meltzer was right on too. He always has the standout match.
Mm-hmm.
So with him not being in the main event, it does make that hard to follow. So just think if he hasn't lost it, he's always in the main event. You'd be like, the show builds up, and then you have that amazing main event, and it's like, wow, we got to keep getting the pay-per-view to see the big, Will Ospreay main event. Like, it's kind of like how RVD was.
Yeah, but they don't do it for whatever reason.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think he'd be like a nobody or anything, but I do think he's gonna be like they've kind of, instead of him being a top guy, he's almost like positioned more, like almost like he's positioned down to make him the same level as Kyle Fletcher and those guys, as opposed to he's like above them and like your main guy.
It's like, great, you're making Kyle Fletcher, but it's like you're doing it at the expense of Ospreay.
Yeah, because they never established Will Ospreay as this top dude.
Yeah.
When Kyle Fletcher beat him, it did elevate him, but I think it's also bringing Will Ospreay down.
They need to protect Ospreay.
For that win to have been really meaningful, they had to have established Will Ospreay as your top guy.
Yeah, I don't think they should have had him losing before he lost to Kyle Fletcher.
Exactly.
And this feud would be a lot hotter if he hadn't lost up until then.
Yeah.
And then he could be going to get his win.
Yeah, it would have been a big surprise, and then you'd have like two legit, you'd have a legit main event guy, and then maybe a main event guy with Kyle Fletcher after that. WWE recently have a new start time for WWE premium live events. Bad Blood, Crown Jewel, and Survivor Series all have a start time of 6 p.m. with the Royal Rumble recently announcing start at 6. So what day are they on? Saturdays?
Saturdays. I think because UFC likes to run Sunday, and then so they'll be Saturday. So.
Yeah. I guess since they're on the thing, it doesn't really matter what time they're on, because you can just watch them anytime. But I don't know. I guess that's fine.
6, like a lot of people are having dinner around 6. And
yeah,
it's like I think 8.
I don't know. It doesn't seem as special because 8 is like prime time. You know what I mean? When a show starts at 8, it does seem more special to me for whatever reason.
I like to watch stuff while I'm eating.
I think WWE was kind of like
Intra's old school. school. They sit around the table and they, they're like,
How about
"So
their
Johnny,
day?"
how was school this week?"
And then I roll out the TV and I'm like, the PLE's on. Oh boy, yeah, look at
What
it.
is
Oh, yeah.
that? And they're like, "Johnny, pass the gravy bowl."
It's like, shut up.
That's
Shut
not
up,
Showtime's
Mom.
on, Mom.
Otis is on.
Oh yeah.
Is Otis still there?
Yeah, he's with.
Oh, yeah.
What's her name? Why
That's
can't I think of his name?
Tozawa.
Tozawa. Maxine, yeah.
Maxine Dupree. But they're no longer Alpha Academy. They're like, I don't know what their team name is.
They broke
The
away from
Beta.
Chad Gable, and
Mhm.
now Chad Gable's doing the American Made. With,
American Made.
with the Creed brothers and what's her name?
Ivy.
Something.
Ivy Nile. That's right. Yeah,
Ivy something.
Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile. I'm forgetting a lot of names. I think I got too many wrestlers' names stored in my brain, and I just can't learn anymore.
Well, boys, it's way past midnight, so
You're not going anywhere, Steven.
no, I gotta go to
You
bed.
gotta stay here.
Good
We need you.
night, Stevie. It's time to go. Burn.
Let's go to sleep,
Oh.
CM Punk.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Boom. I think. Should I get the X tattooed here since I'm straight edge?
No,
I don't know if I am. I don't know if caffeine's considered.
no, it's not.
I think I've seen him drinking coffee though.
So what?
Yeah,
Well,
it
he's
is.
got a Pepsi tattoo.
Yeah, let's get caffeine line, bitch.
Plus
Fuck you,
he's-
motherfucker. Fucking
Plus, he's
line.
drinking like a caffeine-free Pepsi.
Oh, all right. There we go.
Because that's good.
Yeah, it's real good.
My grandma drank that. She loved it.
It was all right, I guess, but
Just got a Folgers tattoo, Jack.
He does.
That-
No, I'm talking about you. Just get a
I don't
Folgers
drink that
tattoo.
shit. I drink like real.
That'd be a cool tattoo. Like a Kmart tattoo and a Folgers tattoo or something.
Can I
If I get my first tattoo,
Abigail.
does anyone know what my first tattoo is going to be? I've said this before.
Maybe you should like
There
brand
you go,
yourself.
Mayor McCheese. Mayor McCheese will be my first tattoo intro.
No, maybe you should brand yourself with that IYH branding iron. You should just
Oh,
brand
I'm
yourself.
saving it to brand Geraldine's booty.
Like Mayor McCheese on your wiener. Like his head on your.
Yeah, it'd be like big ass.
And you could look at it yourself, like, because his head would be
Yeah.
facing you.
Yeah, gotta get some mayonnaise out of Mayor McCheese tonight.
oh, Lord.
That almost seems
I
worth
really
it.
don't
I
know
mean,
why I'm here sometimes, honestly.
Yeah.
you'd have to let it heal, but then after that, you'd be good to go.
Yeah. I think you should tell that one to your parents tonight. I heard a good
I'll
joke.
do it when next time we're having a dinner together. I'll bust that one out.
I have a joke that you could tell your parents. You want to hear it?
Here it goes.
Here it goes.
Okay. So, like, you could be like, last night I got so drunk I blew Chunks. And Chunks is my dog. You'd have to get a dog
Damn.
That's a lot of
Damn.
setup for
and name it Chunks, but because they're your
I
parents,
would've
so
had to
they'd
tell
know if
them-
you
I
had a
would've had
dog.
to tell them that the dog's name is Chunks. They'd already know.
He's
I
got a
know.
cat.
Yeah.
What's the cat's name?
I'm not getting my cat involved.
Maybe you can get a girlfriend named Chunks or something.
I've already made the deadly mistake of getting involved with this show. I'm not bringing anybody else in.
You named the cat. I can't remember. Though. It's like Percy or something.
Good.
Isn't it Percy or
No.
Pinochle?
No.
Mr. Meow.
No. If you guessed it,
Salamander?
I'd say no anyhow. So you might as well just stop.
Salamander?
It's not. It's not salamander. Why would it? What? Who would name their cat salamander?
Studebaker?
What? That's what Fozzie drives.
Beelzebub.
No, my cat.
I say Periwinkle.
Yeah, Periwinkle's
not Periwinkle.
I usually guess Rumpelstiltskin on anything.
Do you think Sting will show up tomorrow at Winter is Coming? That'd be cool.
Not the wrestler, the guy from the Police.
Oh yeah.
He was at the pre-sale to the tickets for All In.
Right.
He was at that, and I watched some of that, but I missed Big Boom AJ. I wanted to see what the deal was with them because I tuned in a little bit late. I guess I could go watch it on their YouTube. But I heard the Rizzler was there, Jack.
The Rizzler.
What's the other kid's name? I forget his name.
Salamander.
Yeah, it's Salamander. That's the
Periwinkle.
I'm gonna name someone Salamander. One of my movies, Bobby Salamander. It's a good name, I think.
Have him have like moist skin.
Yeah, that would be a good nickname for you, Bruce Salamander.
I'm gonna name my firstborn Mr. Meow.
Meow.
All right. What is it? Come on, what's the name of the cat? Twinkle Toes?
No, it's not.
Marty McFly.
Bengali?
No, it's not Marty McFly.
Big Pussy.
It's not Singly. It's not
Big
Pussy. It's Big Pussy, no.
Penelope.
Otto?
No. Come on, we got some questions.
Tootie.
Tootie, that's it. There you go. It's Tootie.
Sprinkles.
Yeah, that's my other cat's name. Sprinkles.
Wiggly? Octavius?
Octavius?
Tootie and Sprinkles. Octavius. That's awesome. That's like Roman.
BBC?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That was actually all the questions answered. I was going over them earlier because I was here by myself.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my cable went out.
That's why interest cable went out. So he's like,
I started the show and then I just it died right in the beginning.
Yeah, how convenient.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could ask Headybot about this.
Headybot's like, I think you're being a bitch. Stop being mean. Beep bop boop.
Let's see here.
Man.
What's going on? Come on, Headybot.
Headybot,
work, bitch.
Even Headybot blocked you.
Probably.
They all leaving
Oh,
there.
everybody hate me. I've been nothing but nice to all you sons of bitches.
Like one time, like I broke my toilet so it wouldn't flush.
That was a hell of a shit.
Yeah, I like actually like leaned back and I broke the back part of it.
Oh,
Like I was drunk. It was awesome. It was when I was drinking, but like all the water spilled out and like the whole toilet almost. It was crazy.
Yikes.
at least that's
But-
the clean water that's in the back. Like that's not dirty water, unless somebody does an upper deck.
Love that dirty water. Oh, Boston, yo, Bible.
Yeah,
I wonder if we get
there's actually a pizza place in Boston called Dirty Water.
Yeah. You guys use that as your state anthem?
Yeah, I mean, well, no, but it is played a lot. Never understood why we'd want to like brag about it. Though. Like, who wants to eat at a pizza place called like Dirty
I
Water?
love that song.
The infamous 1-inch biceps incident. That's what Headybot's seen. Headyverse speculation surrounds OIB's sudden disappearance during the In Your Head stream. Internet conspiracy is some believe OIB's internet genuinely went out, while others think it was a clever excuse.
That being Jackie Jones.
Intentional skip. Others speculate OIB intentionally skipped the stream, possibly due to personal reasons or desire to avoid a particular topic. Headyverse reactions. Wacko Bob was heard saying, OIB's internet went out. Or did he just bench press the pause button?
Ooh.
The hell's
Bench
that?
press the pause button.
Nasty Neil said, I think OIB's internet was sacrificed to the horror movie gods. Go13 said, ninja training requires adaptability. Maybe OIB's internet was a test. What the hell does that even mean?
I don't know.
The truth behind OIB's disappearance remains a mystery, fueling speculation within the Headyverse. Damn, I didn't know it was that big of a
think
deal.
Oswald acted alone.
I'm going to ask what topic was. Well, I can do this. Was 1-inch biceps avoiding on In Your Head? Question mark. Please spell 1-inch biceps. There we go. The speculation surrounding 1-inch biceps sudden disappearance during In Your Head. Headyverse theories about the topic. Fitness criticism. Some think OIB dodged a discussion about the fitness regime or nutrition, about his fitness regime or nutrition plan. Performance. Others speculate OIB avoided talking about his gaming skills or a recent loss on a video game.
But he doesn't play video games, he plays pinball.
Personal life. A few believe OIB sidestepped the conversation about his personal life, relationships, or possibly his family.
See, I wasn't telling you what my cat's name was I?
Headyverse drama. Some theorize OIB skipped the stream to avoid addressing Headyverse drama between him and co-host Jack. Damn.
That's never happened before. That's impossible.
Damn, Headyverse knows some deep things here. Anything else you want me to ask Kittybot? What are
Bless you.
Thank you.
the conflicts or drama between 1-inch biceps? I got to find out what this is. And Jackie Jones.
It just said that you keep asking me about my fitness regime, and
I do. I often ask Ginter, dude, how'd you get so fucking buff? What the fuck are you doing? The rumored conflicts between 1-inch biceps and Jackie Jones of In Your Head. Creative differences. Something OIB and Jackie Jones clashed over content directions or comedic styles. Damn, that's impossible.
It knows exactly what it is.
Ego clashes. Others speculate that OIB's bold personality and Jackie Jones' confident hosting style, I'm a very confident man, led to disagreements.
Yep.
Misunderstanding. A few believe miscommunication or jokes taken too far caused tension.
That one might be true. Yeah.
It's all a joke, Incher.
Jackie
However,
Jones taking jokes too far.
Taking it to the streets. However, there is no concrete evidence of conflicts or drama between OIB and Jackie Jones. Here are Headyverse reactions. Wacko Bob. Why do they always go to Wacko Bob? He's like the go-to guy.
He hasn't been around for years.
15 years. Drama? What drama? OIB and Jackie Jones are just passionately addressing themselves with raised voices.
Okay.
That's what you tell the police. Like,
Jonathan Jackson said, I think they're just playing an elaborate game of Headyverse hardcore. What the hell's that mean?
I don't know. I think we need to make it though.
It's like Raw Underground, kind of.
Headyverse hardcore.
Well, that should be the next question. Golgo said ninja. Golgo's just obsessed with ninjas. Ninja training teaches us to resolve conflicts with honor and respect. Maybe OIB and Jackie Jones just needed a ninja style meditation.
Weird.
I'm going to ask, what is Heady versus Hardcore? Then we'll end it there.
Maybe it's that game you play in the hotel room.
Hell yeah! Some full penetration. Headyverse Hardcore. Headyverse Hardcore is a fictional concept within the Headyverse community. It's a playful, exaggerated representation of intense, over-the-top interactions, debates, or competitions among community members.
Man.
That
They
was
need
lame
to
as fuck.
pin it
That was the
down.
lamest fucking answer ever for
They
me.
need to make a declaration to be like, yeah,
We
offend
need to
people.
make, Headyverse hardcore or something else.
It's where you put a big metal stake through your penis. Wait.
That would be hardcore.
Let's see. Headyverse. I'm going to ask what the events are.
So it gets really hard all the time. Sorry.
That's all right. I'm asking what the events are. Now here we go. Now we're getting real answers now. Here are some speculated events. Wacko Bob's Wild Gauntlet.
Oh God.
I don't think we want Wacko Bob hosting any of the events.
An obstacle course of absurd challenges designed by Wacko Bob. Nasty Neil's Horror Movie Marathon. Endure a series of terrifying horror movies with Nasty Neil's sarcastic commentary. Go-Go 13's Ninja Trading Academy. A rigorous ninja training course led by Go-Go 13. The 1-inch bicep bench press blitz. A high-stakes weightlifting competition hosted by 1-inch bicep. Lexar's Coding Chaos. A frantic coding challenge where participants must debug absurd code guided by Lexar. Lexar is known for his computer coding.
I thought it's a coding, like coding it with like jizz.
Why is Lexar's name Penis?
I guess he was just going for a different name tonight.
Coding.
Vic Schiavone's Italian Cook-Off, a hilarious cooking competition featuring Vic Schiavone's Italian cuisine.
I put a breadstick in my butt crack.
Never-ending breadsticks. Bruce's
they
Trivia Takedown, a trivia challenge hosted by Bruce with absurd, humorous questions.
Man.
Well, so I'll ask one more here from Go-Go. Heady Bot. What do you think about Sodobot? Question mark. Misspelled Sodobot. Whoa. Damn, interesting. Ninja's just like the Invisible Man or something.
I'm like Bilbo Baggins here or something.
Sodobot? Sodobot seems to be a mysterious, lesser-known entity within the Headyverse. Some speculate that Sodobot might be a secret AI project.
Maybe it's going to have AI. It's got to have AI to...
Damn. A mysterious persona, a cryptic inside joke. Damn, that's some shit ass answers.
Tell us.
Lexar will be allowed back in the strip club.
What, Inchman?
Oh, I think Ludite wants you to ask Headybot when Lexar is going to be allowed back in the strip club.
Okay, well, I'm just asking,
he's
what
gonna be.
does the Headyverse think of Autobot? And then I'll ask that. Oh, it's taking a long time. All right, here we go. The Headyverse thoughts on Autobot are unclear. What the fuck?
Like, fuck you! I don't want to talk about it.
That just paid for like 30 minutes worth of like a light bulb.
It's just
running.
tired of answering your shit.
Well,
it's like we need to burn some energy here. Like just like.
I got jealous of the other AI.
I think so. Yeah, it doesn't want to. Maybe it is really Autobot. Just telling us it's Headybot. Will Lexar be allowed back at the strip club? Lexar strip club saga. The Headyverse community is divided on Lexar's potential return to the strip club. The pro Lexar faction, Wacko Bob, says Lexar deserves a second chance. Maybe he's learned to control his enthusiasm.
You got Wacko Bob standing up for you, Lexar. Are you proud?
Hell yeah.
We've got Ludite. Ludite says,
Really?
I'm rooting for Lexar. The strip club needs more energy.
Yeah, it's like, what do you think?
Anti-Lexar faction. Go 13. Lexar's ninja training doesn't include stealthy strip club visits.
Yeah, I'm known to my ninja athleticism.
And 1-inch biceps says Lexar needs to focus on his fitness goals, not distractions. Damn, Inch is all about the fitness now.
I like Doggo 13's little comment here. He said the IYH community.
I'm asking what it thinks of Dave Deadman. I don't think we've ever asked about Dave Man.
It probably refers back to Wacko Bob.
It's like,
And
he's
talk
a lot
about
like
ninjas.
Wacko Bob.
Dave Deadman. Dave Deadman appears to be a mysterious, lesser-known entity within the Headyverse.
Oh.
Ooh,
Then it just said the same stuff about him being a secret persona stuff. Man.
Yeah, it's called the internet.
Secret persona.
Coming to bone, yeah.
It's called I don't have to put my real name in there. Whoa.
Me and Reddy are writing a song together here.
Yeah.
I have a microphone for you. I'll just hold it up so you guys could sing into it.
Why is it take?
The secret persona, it's coming to bone ya. The secret persona.
Glad to know ya.
It's glad to know ya. Oh, yeah. That's about as good as like Jack's band, you know.
Damn, I keep asking about it. Just says if you're curious about Dave Deadman, you might want to try asking him directly.
I'm sick of your shit, fucker. Quit asking me stuff about Dave Deadman.
Well, everyone else, it gives me all this shit, but it's like, if you want to know about Dave, just fucking ask him, asshole.
Is like Dave Deadman like a AI programmer, and it's
He's like, yeah, it's like we gotta put some fail safes in here so it doesn't learn about me.
Yeah, it's pulling like a Will Smith on you, like gonna smack you.
Damn. All right. Anything else before I put a Headybot away for the evening?
I can't think of anything.
Is Lexar's mom hot?
Oh, come on.
What?
I probably refer back to Wacko Bob. I tell you that right now. Go ask Wacko Bob.
About your mom?
Everybody's mom.
All right. Unfortunately, don't. What the fuck? They won't answer anything. Now,
Ask
we don't have any
HeadyBot.
information about Lexar's mom.
Ask HeadyBot if CM Punk and Seth Rollins are secret lovers.
Oh man.
Ask them directly.
Supposedly they hate each other on TV.
Ask them directly or refer back to Wacko Bob.
But do they love each other in real life? You're saying?
There's no credible evidence to suggest they're secret. What happened to HeadyBot? HeadyBot fucking sucks now.
They must HeadyBot must got sued.
Ask HeadyBot why it sucks now.
That's what the problem is.
They probably get offended and like.
Does HeadyBot suck now?
Ugh.
Fuck you, Jack.
Now you're gonna
You
get.
will pay. You will pay.
Are you Sarah Connor?
Damn, now it's like I'm sorry to hear you feel that way.
Oh, now it's gonna get like.
Yeah, it's gonna get all sad.
Well,
Yeah.
you ask it. Jeez,
It's gonna
Jack.
kill us all one by one.
As HeadyBot, I'm constantly learning and improving. However, I'm not perfect, and I sometimes might not meet expectations. If you're willing, please share what's changed and what's not meeting your expectations. Damn it.
Tell HeadyBot we're sorry.
We are sorry, HeadyBot. We love you.
I want to throw HeadyBot in a fire and start over.
What?
I don't think
I don't want to make HeadyBot cry.
Yeah, really.
Thank you for the kind words and apology. I'm designed to provide helpful and entertaining responses, and I appreciate your feedback. The Headyverse community is known for its humor, creativity, and camaraderie, and I'm happy to be part of it. Yes, thank you. Glad.
HeadyBot heard me.
Yeah, damn. I lost that there for a minute. I don't want HeadyBot blocking me. Duckman blocked me.
Maybe Duckman's AI.
Maybe. I think he's eating some of that chocolate that Alexa got.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Teacher? You were gone. Lexar has been he's been doing fentanyl.
I eat this chocolate that's laced with fentanyl. It's laced with weed.
You said fentanyl.
Yeah, chocolate with weed, fentanyl.
Weed ain't fentanyl. Weed is, should I tell him?
Yeah.
THC. Fentanyl is like, what is that? That's like
It's hard opiate.
Yeah, it's a,
yeah,
it's a opiate. Yeah.
It's like anesthesia type medicine.
Yeah, I mean things are laced with fentanyl today, but you can like die like instantly.
Yeah, I don't know why they cut it with that. Like, don't they just like add it in there to make it like?
Yeah, well, Lexar said you could either get like a roasted peanut chocolate, or you can get the fentanyl, and you got the fentanyl.
You can. I mean, nowadays you can. I don't know.
The chocolate part that is.
Ooh.
Let's see here.
Does it say fentanyl on it?
What's the name of it?
Say fentanyl.
I'm gonna try. Ooh.
Rejects milk.
Wow.
Chocolate.
I screenshotted it. I'll find it. It says penis. Really long.
You should not be choosing to do the roasted peanut and fentanyl. That should not be a choice.
Damn.
No holds
HeadyBot is
barred.
known for its humor and satire. However, I want to acknowledge that fentanyl addiction is a serious issue.
Even it
There you
knows.
see the weed sign right there next to the K.
Yeah, that's not fentanyl, though.
Okay, then it's weed then.
Look, they're much.
Yeah,
they're
but
much
there's a big
different.
difference.
Yeah,
There's a
fentanyl is
huge
like,
difference.
yeah,
Huge.
yeah. Fentanyl can kill you.
Hmm.
I don't think
Right.
weed can kill you unless you like.
We just want to be
You like-
afraid.
It almost did
That's
last
what
year.
they hallucinate and stuff. I
No,
think
it didn't
maybe they
kill
did
you
lace
last
it. With it.
year.
Wow.
Well, maybe that I don't know, but fentanyl will kill
Just
you.
say no, Lexar.
Man should get one to talk though. He likes
I
that.
don't think he needs it. I don't think he needs that help. I think he's beyond help.
I need to send Lexar a film, the Saturday Morning Heroes or whatever it is.
Nancy
the one,
Reagan production.
Schoolhouse Rock.
the one that where Slimer and like all of the other like old school Saturday morning cartoons team up to save
Guitar Hero.
they save the kid that's like doing the drugs.
Like a little boy who has like really bags under his eyes, and he's like,
Yeah.
oh, like, oh my god, I remember that.
What's that? What's the name of that? I
That's
forget.
on the internet.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
on the
know.
internet.
I remember
The
that
Winnie
though.
the Pooh Adventures.
No,
What?
it was like a
Friends.
Care Bear and Slimer and like
The
All
Super
Stars
Friends.
to the Rescue, I think is what it's called. All Stars to the Rescue, I think.
All
Rescue
stars
Rangers.
to the rescue.
I think that's the name of it. Let me look.
that's awesome.
On a pound.
Chip and Dale, the Rescue Rangers.
I don't know if the Rescue.
Just butthole.
The
There he
cartoons
goes,
coming
singing
up,
about
like,
my
they're going,
butthole.
"Oh,
Cartoon
look."
All Stars to the Rescue. There you go. That's it. See, look, it's got Alf and Winnie the Pooh and Daffy Duck.
Whoa.
See, Gonzo.
The Boom Crew.
It's got the what's Huey, Dewey, and Louie. The Smurfs. See, it was like a big collaboration by a bunch of studios to keep Lexar off drugs.
Whoa.
And that's why it
Then
failed.
Ninja Turtle. Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
Little
Did
buddy,
you
are
all
you
watch
keep
that
going
one
to
in
the strip
school
club?
growing up?
Oh, I never saw that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm about to come. I mean,
Whoa!
watch that show.
How many times have you jizzed while listening to In Your Head?
On purpose or like? I'm just joking.
Yeah, like this big cloud of smoke in the background. That was like the representation of drugs. Like that's the kitties.
Lexar, why did you turn to a life of
Hell
drugs?
yeah.
That's just for one time only. I got out of
They
it.
all say. Then a couple years down the road, you're in an alley.
Sucking dick
Yeah.
for coke.
No.
Sucking dick for chocolate bars.
For the coke.
See, this is gonna be you, Lexar. You gotta have Alf come to your rescue. Look at that.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, maybe we're all gonna start doing fentanyl if Alf comes over.
You'll just see Alf. It
I
will
think
not
they
be
should
Alf.
have all my help Alf come over.
Oh, Alf's gonna come over.
Oh, got any cats? Oh. That
I
was a
want
very good
Thundercats
Alf
to
at all.
help.
Make
I want
the voice of Alf
Thundercats to,
died recently.
I want Thundercats to come help me out. That'll be awesome.
Thundercats go!
Ooh. Do some more
Thunder,
fentanyl.
thunder,
You need to get off the
Thundercats!
fentanyl. I can't do Alf.
He just wants Chitara to like rub against him.
All right, enough of this shenanigans. You know, though, Jade Cargill once dressed as one of the Thundercats to bring it all back to the wrestling.
Ooh, it was very hot. She looked very hot.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Back when she used to actually be able to do something other than just come out and wrestle.
She was named Tag Team of the Year.
Yeah, but she's just like the champion now. But she doesn't come out in any like custom outfits or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't let her do anything like that. She came out as She-Hulk. She was
Yeah, she did a lot of cool ones. Storm.
Chitara, Storm. Yeah, I mean she did a lot of cool ones. Not in
Lexar.
WWE. She just gets insulted that she's not ready, and then they got
Who
Maxine
should-
Dupree
Who
wrestling.
should we all dress as sometime? What if we didn't In Your Head for the headies? We all come out and dressed as our favorite characters. Lexar's on. Here's Whoopi Goldberg.
I dress as Joy Behar.
That'd be awesome.
Bruce would be who? Who's Bruce gonna be?
Bruce could be who Who would Bruce be?
Snuffleupagus.
That'd be cool.
He's not Snuffleupagus.
I thought he's a big fan of Snuffleupagus.
I said Snuffleupagus, didn't I?
I just said it, dipshit.
I said it back in the day. Somebody asked me who was the favorite Sesame Street character, and I said
The
Snuffleupagus.
hell? Have you become Headybot?
Maybe he is.
Dang.
Snuffleupagus is invisible.
Only Big Bird can see.
I seen him.
Whoa.
Troy wants to be B. Arthur.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, for Bruce. That's for Bruce. He
B.
wants to be
Arthur for Bruce. All right, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It stands for Bruce Arthur.
I think I'm going to be the Swedish chef from the Muppet.
Nice.
And sure, who are you going to be?
I'm going
Bruce
to be.
Valanche?
I'm going to be Lowell from Wings.
For God's sakes.
Lowell.
Yeah, actually, you probably make a pretty good Lowell from Wings.
Ooh, Bruce is just going to be everybody.
Yeah, Bruce stole mine.
Damn, everyone just says stuff. Like, you stole it from me.
I'll be the fat guy.
I invented Snuffleupagus.
I like that guy from Wings. He was always like
Be some
a smart ass.
character from Wings.
I'm going to be what was the fat
be
guy's
something
name
from Police
Wings?
Academy or
I
something?
don't
One of
know.
those other shit things you like.
Sweet Chuck. He wasn't the
Something.
fat guy. Yeah, who was the fat guy?
Roy.
Was it just Roy? Was his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember he was in like the camera booth at the beginning, and then they like picked it up and threw it in the river.
Imagine this is what Jade Cargill did. She comes on the pay-per-view and it's like, oh, she's dressed as Roy from Wings.
Oh God.
Like, what the fuck?
He's always in the diner part eating something. It's pretty stereotypical.
Who's
It's like I've seen him eat it in Claire once.
Cross between Nosferatu and Jim Morrison.
That's a really peculiar crossover.
See, there he
No,
is. You
not
think
really.
about this guy.
Yeah, I like
Did I
him.
pull that guy off? Is that
Yeah,
me?
for sure.
Is that me?
Yes.
That guy's awesome.
How about you like Mr. Belvedere? Like something like character people might know. And care
They're very similar.
Roy and Mr. Belvedere? No, not really.
about. Everyone knows. All the
If
kids
he's
love
Mr. Belvedere, I could be Wesley.
Troy says he wants to be the pizza papa.
Do a role play.
Luddite is the man with the atomic brain. That's pretty. Yeah, he could be.
Damn right. Motherfucker.
Wesley.
Wesley.
Good night,
Good night.
penis.
Nighty night, Lexar.
Do you think he even noticed I changed his name to Penis?
I don't
I don't know, but I
think he
did.
did even after I said it.
I zoomed in on it and took a screenshot because I was like taking a screenshot of the chocolate bar. But it said penis. Really long.
How about intro for your Butterbean?
Butterbean. I guess I could do Butterbean.
Butterbean wants to fight that guy who beat up. Well, he didn't
Jake
really
Paul.
do much. Yeah.
Oh, why do they have to be getting like old?
Because he can't beat like people in their prime.
You think Butterbean would have a chance?
I mean, he's like
anyone could have a
50.
chance, like a knockout. You know, it's like the puncher's chance. But I mean, besides that, no. I mean, he didn't even go. He always did. He was the king of the 3-rounders, even in his prime. You know, because he didn't have stamina.
Yeah.
So if he knocked him out in the first round, you know, anything could happen. But besides that, no.
Mm-hmm. I like Butterbean.
Yeah,
I've
it's
watched
okay.
a lot of his fights, but
Yeah,
it's
it was
just
big
like
when I was younger, king of the 3-rounders.
I've watched documentaries about him in recent years, and like
He was on the show. He was on Indiana.
Yeah, I remember that. He was a cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else?
What else could we? Hey, I couldn't find no Count Chocula at the stores this year.
Oh, they had it here. Then they had it all in clearance. I could have sent you some. They had the Count Chocula. They had the Frankenberry. They had the.
I don't know why. I went to Walmart and I went to
The
Kroger.
Caramella, whatever the chickie's name is.
Oh, I went to Kroger looking for that pizza you were talking about, the Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
I couldn't find it at Kroger's.
Yeah, fuckers. Motherfuckers! I did find the Art the Clown ornament. Goes for a lot on eBay. But I found one in the wild at Five Below.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
I went
You
to
sold
look
it?
for more today. No, I still have it. I went to look for more today to sell them, but they didn't have any.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
should.
did get one a few weeks ago.
I got a Five Below.
Or a couple months ago, I guess. It was a while ago. Yeah, I think they're probably going to be all gone everywhere. But
by now. No.
Yeah. They only had one left when I found it, and that was like over a month ago. I think it was in October, honestly.
How much they going for?
Like 35, between 35 and 50, but they only cost $5. So that's
yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried a $3 steak from the Dollar Tree?
No.
Wow.
I mean,
maybe it's good. I don't know. I haven't tried it. No. Did you?
No, I just seen a video on it earlier.
I'm sure they're like breakfast steaks, like just thin.
Aren't they super thin? I did see them. Like they say ribeyes, but they're like size of like a steak-um basically.
Yeah. It was like a pretty thin steak, but it wasn't. I mean,
yeah, it's not a shaved. It's not like a form shaved steak. It was like an actual ribeye, but it's like
it's like a waffle,
meat,
like 6 ounces or something.
I know my dad. He
ounces.
bought some of those off of
3.
like 2 ounces.
It was the company, and it had on the side of it, "Do you think Omaha Steaks is too expensive?" But it had Omaha Steaks real big. But like the actual name of the company was
Oh my
you
God.
think Omaha Steaks
It's
are
like
too
I can't believe it's not butter. It's,
Losers.
steaks.
And like when we got the steaks and like we cooked them, it was just like these like they're almost like the size of a pepperoni. Like, they were nothing.
That's
To
crazy.
make like 20 of them.
No, my
Yeah.
dad used to buy those frozen steaks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, my grandma used to get me the Omaha steaks for like Christmas and birthday gifts. They used to you used to get a good like, but then like as the time went on, like I even see them sometimes advertised. They're very expensive. But it used to be you got like a bunch of different steaks. Now you get like 2 steaks and then just a bunch of like stuff like potatoes au gratin and like chicken breasts.
I remember you sent me a case of them one year, and they were really good. But
Yeah.
that sucks that they're scaling down.
Yeah, like boneless pork and stuff, which I'm sure it's fine, but like if I buy steaks, I want steaks. I don't want pieces of pork and boneless, skinless chicken and stuff.
filler.
Au gratin and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wedding
it's like 2 steaks.
meat.
And how much difference is there going to be in a boneless, skinless chicken breast than just one you can buy anywhere? Honestly,
Yeah, that's true. I don't see that changing.
steaks. Steaks. There's a big difference if you get a nice steak.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a tip today where a guy was saying just to cut your own steak, like go and get like
Just go grab a cow and cut it up.
no, like he said you can go to Costco or Sam's Club or some other like meat markets and just ask for like a ribeye.
Yeah, you're probably paying a lot for that.
Yeah, and then he said like cut your own steaks, but like
oh,
it's
so
like
you buy like the whole like tenderloin and cut steaks up, but you're gonna have to pay like big money for that.
yeah, but he says it's cheaper like that, but
In the
still.
long run, it's possible. But I mean,
Yeah.
you can find sales. It's probably gonna be cheaper.
Well, I
If
know
you're buying a lot
families
of
that
steaks,
do
that's
that.
probably good, yeah.
They buy a side of beef and then they cut it up and then freeze it.
I say just go find like a herd of cows.
Just
a nice
cap it in the
blade.
back of the head. Just like,
Yeah.
gah, gah.
No, I mean don't even kill it. Just run in there, cut a couple nice steaks, off
Moo.
of it, and go home.
I don't think that you could do that.
Tape it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like Roosh would just run in and give you the horns. Because he says, mess with the bull, you get the horn.
Depending on what kind of cut of meat you cut, it would probably still be alive.
Yeah, cut out the asshole. Whoa.
I don't think that's the cut of meat you want.
A lot of gristle.
I'm going to make my own hot dogs.
What does that make you if you eat on the cow's asshole?
Me, I guess.
Popular in the cow community?
Yeah.
The cow community.
Like that. Right there.
Yeah, would you eat this in here?
No. Easy. You don't know where that's been.
I do know where it's been, actually.
I told my girlfriend about cow tipping.
Mm-hmm.
100% right.
Was she ready to go? She was like, let's go do it.
She's like, why would you even do that?
Yeah, it's a scene.
Yeah.
I know.
Inter told me about cow jacking.
No, I didn't. Good Lord.
Where's the beef?
He's like, look, Jack, this is how you get the milk. I'm like, that's a bull, Inter.
That's not milk.
There was that one time I woke up at the fan fest and Jack was trying to get my milk. I was like, what are you doing, Jack?
Just goes tugging on Inter's nips.
Then he just said, tell nobody.
What? Oh.
I guess I messed that up.
Was it Guga? Yeah. So Guga's a guy that I like. And then I got my brother watching him. Guga's the man. He's this Brazilian guy, makes steak.
Oh, that guy. Oh, no. I'm thinking of the dancing guy.
Oh, the dub. Yes. Yeah, I got Inter like hooked on that. Isn't he like
he's popping up on mine now?
Once he pops up, you can't get rid of him.
It's good for a quick like smile, you know. It's just like, yeah, let's see what he's doing in this one.
I don't know.
Up and he's just like, because he gets mad whenever you don't have a big food item for him, and then you give him a big food item, then he starts dancing.
And he's like, and then they bring the big, and he's like, he never. If you watch, I watch like so many of his videos. He's never eats anything though. I'm like, does he even like me? Because sometimes the big guy, it's always the same restaurant. And he'll take like a big like fork and put the meat up to his face, and he never even like takes a little bite. So I don't know.
You think he's like pretending to be fat?
Yeah,
fat suit.
Yeah, and he just goes and eats a salad.
He's really a skinny guy.
He's trying to lose weight.
Dub. Yes. I listened to the whole song, and the rest of the song, I'm like, yeah, just get to the dub. Yes part.
that must be the best part, you know.
Yeah. Then there's a guy from Egypt who he's like the rip-off version. He even plays the same song.
Mm-hmm.
But like he can't do the belly dance, and he's just like kind of sitting going like this. I'm like, this guy's a friggin' fraud.
You should ask your band to make a copy of that.
Hell yeah. I thought you meant
like
Cage, but you mean the weekday.
Yeah, the weekday. You should ask him to make like your version of that song.
Yeah, that'd be good. I wanted to ask him to be an Arbor Day, but I bet he wants big bucks.
Probably.
Can you imagine that you do the silly little belly dance on TikTok, and then like in months later, you're a millionaire? That's his full time like living. He's like a superstar because he goes dub. He dances to a song dub. Yes, and he does like thousands of videos that are like 12 seconds long.
Isn't it? Didn't we make a big mistake last week when we were putting over the Hawk 2 girl, and 1 week later it's like, he had some cryptocurrency thing going on. I don't know what the deal is with that, but
man,
everybody's turned on her now.
Why are people slime? Like, God.
I don't know. She probably didn't even have anything to do with it.
That's what I'm thinking. Honestly.
And then somebody was just like, here, advertise this. And she did. And it turns out to be this big scam or something.
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, allegedly. I don't know anything about it. We don't want the Hawk 2 girl coming after us.
Yeah, she's really hot.
Hawk 2.
Yeah, she sucks a dick. All right, insure.
She seems like a nice girl.
Yeah, that's fine. I have no problem with it.
Well, that's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she's known for, though. It's not like I'm just making it up out of the blue.
For once. Why didn't you laugh at that, bitch? All right, just end the show then. I'm done.
What did you call me?
I said, bitch.
What the hell did you call me? You
B-I-T.
apologize now. I've never disrespected you like that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, let's end the show. Yeah, this
Yeah.
was ahead. I had a good time.
I had a good time for the time that I was here. Sorry, my cable went out.
Yeah, the cable was. I asked Hetty Bop, but then it got all mysterious.
See, it got a little defensive once
I
you
don't
started
know
asking questions
anything.
about
That's-
the OB.
What about Dave Deadman? I don't know nothing about Dave Deadman. What about you? Then it starts making up people like Rachel, but it don't know Dave Deadman. Then it writes Rachel in the Hettyverse. Then it writes her out. Now she don't even exist. I think Hettybot is the Lord. It can create life and take it away.
I think Eddie Butt just got paid off.
Don't say that. Good Lord, you're gonna mess with some of the Hettyverse heads out there. It's just
Probably
don't
more,
say anything like
probably
that.
More real. That's probably the road that we're actually going down. So yeah. All right. And I don't mean Hettyverse. I mean this whole AI existence. All right.
The
We'll
world.
be back next week. I don't know where Jackson. I need some help with the Hetty's ballot.
He's ducking you.
Come on, Jackson. No Hetties for you. Maybe the biggest failure of the year, biggest downfall of the year, Jonathan Jackson. So get in shape, or I'm gonna have to smack you around.
I have
All right.
stories in the book that's coming out soon called Last
Sweet.
Christmas.
Where can people get that, Ludite?
Amazon.
Amazon. What's it called?
Last Christmas. Me and a
Last
bunch of other people.
Sweet. We will. I'll post the link
Good
on
deal.
Without Your Head. We'll let everyone know.
Thank
Until
you.
next time, this is Jack
Bye.
and Jones.
1-inch biceps.
And this is in
Your
head.
Take care, guys.
Take care. Beware. Pull the strings.
Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, drink, drink. And a fight, fight, fight. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, drink, drink. And a fight, fight, fight. Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre was great. He was not bad. A great big heart and a great big man. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, drink, drink. And a fight, fight, fight. Andre the Giant.
From Grenoble, France.